We're going to stream the NFL draft today. There were a couple people here before we got started. There were a couple of super chats that came in before we got started, Joe, from Ryan Rose. Thanks, Ryan. Ryan Rose says,
"Thank you, Ryan.
You're awesome, Joe. Keep up the good work."
Hey, specifically me. That $1.99 is coming my way. Oh, all right.
We finally got paid for everyone who was here for the free agency stream. We finally got paid for the free agency stream and learned that we get like about 60% of the super chats, give or take. And I think it's like supposed to be a 70-30 split, but I was just reading about it, and apparently Apple takes a cut as well if you're watching like on YouTube, Apple or whatever. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know anything about it, but we appreciate everybody who throws some dollars our way. That's very kind of
No doubt.
Where do you think Pickens is going? Dallas.
I don't think he's getting traded, to be honest, but Dallas has been on a weird kick lately, right?
They are weird. No weirder than what's happening in New York. Not New York, New England. Is this the first time you've been on YouTube instead of Twitch? We're on both.
Yeah. All three, actually.
Yeah, we're also on Joe's Twitter. I guess we should tweet the links again. Oh, I guess they could just see that you're live.
Mine automatically goes out on Twitter.
Yeah, I see my face on your own Twitter.
Yeah.
So let me...
No Bengals gear today, Jake? Or I want an NFL hat. I should just get one of those just NFL logo hats.
The Rob Lowe hat?
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah. Now that we live in a world where the Bengals don't pick in the first round, gonna need a hat for those sorts of things. Where does the 40% go? It goes to like YouTube and the payment processor.
Same with like subscriptions on Twitter. I think they get 30%. So
I thought you got more than a 70% cut from Twitter.
I do. It said I wasn't supposed to. It said eventually it will switch.
Oh, you better 70%. Say that quieter. You better stop talking. Don't let anybody know.
I'm still getting the normal cut.
Was expecting you guys on CBT with James and Fox Miller. Yeah, James decided not to go to the stadium today, so he's trying streaming because this is like the only time we'll ever get to do it.
And he didn't invite us. I mean, he could have invited us if he wanted to.
We had plans.
We did. I'm just saying if he wanted to.
He knew we were doing this. Alpaca Death Trap. I love the draft. Even if we don't have a pick, watching these college kids' dream come true is so fun to watch. So wholesome. And Alpaca Death Trap has been watching this with us for years. He's an OG. So shout out. Got another super chat. Most excited I've been about the draft in forever. Thanks for the off-season work. Thanks, Ken.
Most excited.
Retaining the excitement for the draft even when the Bengals aren't picking in the top 10.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I wonder, are people less excited because of it? Is the Dexter Lawrence enough excitement for you to be okay with this? Did you have for me personally, I had some mourning of it because I was, so much work. I build up so much for the draft and you never get to finish it. Well, I'm happy to have Dexter Lawrence. I would trade that 10th pick for Dexter Lawrence every time. But there was a part of me that was like, damn, kind of.
It's a good reminder that I have to prepare to draft for my shadow team tonight. I'm apparently picking 22nd.
And we also have to say, as people are joining in, we don't tip picks in here. If you're in the chat telling us on Twitter way too early, that's it. We're gonna mute you, ban you, whatever we got to do. We don't want to tip the picks. Let them come in organically. All right. It will eventually, and this is gonna be bigger on day 2 when we stream when the Bengals actually have picks, because the picks will get multiple picks ahead of us. And we don't, it's not fun. People want to be in here to enjoy it and react together.
Let me see if I can make a thing. Since we're using this restream thing and I'm not streaming directly from my own computer as I have in the past, I can't just like put words on easily. So I'm going to see if I can make a picture here that we can put on the screen somewhere.
Thank you, Bob. I know you're long. I see the YouTube comment. I appreciate you. I know you're always commenting and watching my stuff, so I appreciate you, man.
Okay, but I want that to be small.
Right. We can change our name to Don't Tip Picks. There's got to be a way to lay that out somewhere, huh? You know what's funny? On the left side here, we got portrait mode. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I minimize that immediately.
It's interesting, though.
Let me try to fix our resolution here on this guy. All right. And then we're supposed to be filling in this thing. All right. We can get started here.
We can actually, yeah. LV.
What's his name?
Fernando.
Yeah. What is his name?
Fernando Mendoza. We're starting this off with a bang already. There he goes, and it automatically fills in.
Who's taking second? The Jets.
I actually thought he put that in already. Because I saw Mendoza was grayed out. Maybe that was him practicing, actually.
Yeah, so if you're following along, you can follow along on the board if you have the draft document open yourself. And Neil is out celebrating one of his friends getting married. So we do not have his assistance for filling out the live picks this year. So we're going to have to keep up on it ourselves. Shout out Workshed. Did you already do this one? Got a $5 super chat here. Who day? Workshed. Appreciate you.
Jake, will you press OK on your spreadsheet there on the right corner?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I hate that thing always pops up. It drives me crazy.
That never does for me. Interesting.
Maybe there's something I need to do so that it stops doing that. Which team do you think will make the worst round one pick?
We don't have obvious in the spreadsheet this year. We don't have obvious.
I was going to say the Steelers for fun.
For fun. Okay. I was going to say we don't have obvious landmines this year, like Shamar being a 70.
Well, there's kind of one.
Like who though? If you sort by consensus, who's really?
I don't think I can sort this one. Oh, I can do it on the consensus tab. Okay, here we go.
No, you can do it on the main page. Just
Carnell Tate. Huge fucking landmine. I'm cussing tonight. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
35th by consensus. Going to go in the top 10. Terrible. That's a landmine. Where was Shamar for us last year? I guess I could go look.
148.
Okay, that's worse. Then it would be McNeil Warren or Akeem Mesidor, actually. Actually.
That's right, Mesidor, because of his age.
Ty Simpson. This is what I was thinking about when I was thinking about the worst pick, by the way, was the Steelers drafting Ty Simpson.
That's right.
Jake, you're tipping picks. Yeah, my bad, dude.
Even Falk, someone said Keldor Falk. Falk's not Shamar, to be honest with you. He's a much better player.
Yeah, he has productivity.
Yeah.
Also, didn't he actually have sacks one year? Like, it didn't last year he had 8 sacks or something?
He had more than 1.5 per year, number one. But number two, he is extremely good against the run, which Shamar, he was okay that final year, but was dreadful in his first 2 years. Also,
he has the name Falk, which
is
a pretty good
guaranteed to at least be quality.
Yeah. So he had 9 sacks in 2024 on 45 pressures on 311 pass rush snaps. Wasn't like elite grading or win rate or anything, but he at least did have sacks.
And he was 19 at that point.
And he also had 33 stops according to PFF that year. I don't know what his tackles for loss was, but like that's a lot of productivity in 2024.
Well, who is the best Stewart of all time?
The best Shamar Stewart of all time?
No, just the best Stewart.
Oh. The only other Stewart coming to mind right now is Grover Stewart, but I know there's more.
The running back from Oregon. Someone help me out here.
For
Panthers. That can't be the only old
Curtis Stewart?
No.
That is a running back that played in the NFL. Josiah Stewart, also in the NFL. Grover Stewart's the only one.
Thank you, do good.
Jonathan
Stewart. The chat's catching up now.
I still don't know who that is.
You don't remember Jonathan Stewart? This is when you stopped watching football.
Cordell Stewart, of course.
Cordell? Yeah. I bet you can look up history of like Pro Bowls and type in Stewart and then see what would pop up there. Jonathan Stewart. Yeah, Jonathan Stewart was solid.
Stewart's
Williams, was that who was?
Stewart's a pretty bad NFL name.
Yeah. I think it was D'Angelo Williams was his running mate. That's when they went to.
I remember that person. Darian Stewart is a safety who went to the Pro Bowl in 2017, according to Google.
Special teams? Tony Stewart for the Bengals? Yeah, you're right. Bengals tight end. These are day 3 conversations. This is definitely where we
that's how day 1's going to be this year. I mean, we'll talk about picks when they start happening, but has the clock officially started yet? Let's see.
I don't see a clock, but there
is a clock. There's 6 minutes until Vegas's pick, according to the stream I'm watching.
Okay.
I guess so. What do we usually use? We use the NFL.com tracker to say when the pick is or TV, one of the two.
We do.
Can I ban people from? I think I actually have to open the chats individually to ban people.
No, I don't think so, right?
I don't see a way to ban people from here. Raiders on the clock. Did I do that?
Yeah. There's a tab you can click. Block user.
Oh, block user on YouTube. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it for the Twitter for the Twitter people.
Okay.
There's hardly anyone in here on Twitch this year. No, I can't do Twitch people.
Huh.
I can do YouTube.
Yeah, that was a YouTube comment I clicked on.
All right.
I'd assume we would have the most issues on Twitter because people just will jump in.
How do I see my own stream? This one, channel.
Raiders are on the clock right now. I mean, not on the clock, on the phone, sorry.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it just showed them. Like, I assume they're calling them right now.
Jake, let me get to the middle picks before chucking me. All right, don't break a rule. Easy. Where are our viewers? Got 181 on YouTube and 39 on Twitch. My Twitch says 66 on Twitch, so I'm going to go with that number.
Yeah, that's better. And I want to see what Twitter says.
This might be a year that we actually have more people on day 2 because there's no day 1 pick.
Yeah, it says we got 900 on Twitter. So
boy's still rocking that old Nintendo background on Twitch that Truman Show made. I assume so. I haven't changed anything on Twitch for a long time.
Same one.
I still have a promoted product on here. You remember those Playbook coasters?
I have some actually.
Yeah, I still have that on my Twitter, and I doubt that code still works.
Oh, I got them right here. Actually, I forgot. I do have them here.
Joe, who are you hoping falls out of the first round for the Cincinnati Bengals tonight?
Great question. These things that Jake was talking about. A lot of guys. I hope Jacob Rodriguez falls out. Some people will say,
who are you hoping falls that is not expected to fall?
He's not
consensus.
Okay, but I think the consensus is wrong on Rodriguez. I think he's going to go in the mid-20s.
Yeah, but do guys that you don't think are going in the first round, and then we'll do the opposite later. Guys that many people think might be available who could get picked tonight.
Okay. I'm looking at the consensus board right now.
We can go to the consensus board on the old draft sheet as we're looking at it here. So McNeil Warren will be one.
Sure, that's exactly what I was looking at right now, and I'm like, okay, yeah, we think
Peter
he's a little
Woods
overrated,
but maybe not.
We think Woods is a little overrated as well in terms of the board ranking, but I would take Woods and Emmanuel McNeil Warren at 41 for sure. I would love Avion Terrell and Chris Johnson and TJ Parker.
So, Terrell could fall out. Chris Johnson, I'd be very surprised. TJ Parker, I think at this point, I'd be surprised. Mesidor could fall out, I think, because of the age.
Yeah.
Joe, I heard Rodriguez had a bunch of missed tackles. Truth? Truth. That is a truth, statistically speaking. Joe does have a tweet today talking about how Rodriguez makes up for missing tackles.
He does. He gets to a lot of plays. He misses a bunch of tackles. Yes, people are going to use the number of missed tackles he has. Don't rely on that. We want to look at a rate of missed tackles because he gets 150 tackles in a season. You can't compare that, his 10 misses, to the guy who gets to 60 tackles in a season and has 6 misses. You know what I'm saying? The rate there is different. But he does miss tackles, and he does miss tackles at a decently high rate. But he gets to a lot of plays. He's got short arms. It's not going to change much. I don't think he's going to become a great tackler in the NFL.
He's 230 too. Smaller guy.
Yeah, he's smaller. He's going to accumulate a lot of tackles because he gets to so many plays, and that's a good thing.
Does the spreadsheet reflect your rankings? I thought Goodberry had Bailey above Bain. So there's a bunch of different tabs in here to talk about. One of them is the Goodberry board, which is the order in which Joe would pick players. Or is this you projecting for the Bengals? Just what you would do?
This is me because there's a little bit of Bengals when I got to 41 and I was trying to do that first. But then I was like, you know what? I actually need a board for when I do my shadow team. So this is me.
Gotcha. So like here's a disagreement between Joe and I. Bailey, Bain. I am in the opposite order. Bailey might be behind Downs for me, actually.
Yeah, if I had picked number 2, I'd easily take Bailey without question.
Yeah, I don't think I would. Well, maybe I would. Depends on what I needed for my team. For an actual NFL team, I think a little bit different from shadow teams. But yeah, so we got the Goodberry board here. We've got the consensus all the way over on the left, and then we've got the board that is sorted by the spreadsheet score, which is different from anyone's individual valuations. And got to reiterate this every year. When you see Dylan Thieneman 1, that doesn't mean we think he's the best player in the draft. It means that he's got a pretty good tape score and the data is really strong. And you should feel good about drafting Dylan Thieneman and his chances
wherever
to
you
get in
see
the NFL if you like his tape.
Because like this says take him.
Yeah. And we have the little FAQ section over here that has tried to explain some of this. But these scores are something that Joe and I and now Neil have been working on and kind of playing with for years. And Neil has largely taken over the Excel formulas that I look at now and get very confused by, which used to be my job. But the formulas are really what started Joe and I working on this thing together in the first place. Was how do we take these other data points we have, fold them into a film score, and get us a rounded view of a prospect? Because Arthur, what's his name? The linebacker, Arthur Brown happened.
And a lot of guys happen, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's not just Arthur Brown.
Denzel Mims one as well. Where like we didn't factor in breakout age that year, right? And it was like that would have knocked him down a few pegs.
But we've also changed the way we do breakout age, right? For the wide receivers, because MSA takes into account
age. So we take a portion of each.
Yeah. The next question here, can you tell me on linebacker 41, soothe my PTSD from the night pick last year? This has been actually a pretty common question, Joe. And my very basic answer to that question is it's a much, much better linebacker class.
That's the first answer, yeah. And also I would say linebackers tend to perform the worst of all positions as rookies lately. It used to be a position where you could they were going to win rookie of the year every time. And then I think we got more advanced data, more people started watching film, the way we watch football changes and the game changed as well. But now linebackers tend to struggle the rookie year. So if I were to sell you on it and say, I know you're scared of Demetrius Knight, they all don't have to perform that way. Carson Schwarzenegger, we would have taken him. He went 33rd though. So, you could get a really good guy. Most of these guys would be ranked over Demetrius Knight. I think CJ Allen would. Rodriguez would, Golday would, and probably Anthony Hill would as well. So if you get a chance at one of those guys, they are better prospects than Demetrius Knight.
I also looked at this. If I can add a screen share here for a second, I looked at like linebackers from year 1 to year 2, and hopefully you guys can see that. But Edgerrin Cooper, good as a rookie. Ivan Pace, good as a rookie, not as good in his second year. Jack Campbell, not very good as a rookie, much, much better in his second year. And obviously, Demetrius Knight, Barrett Carter have like the worst numbers up here overall. But like a lot of the times, these rookie linebacker scores are really bad. Yeah. Nick Bolton, pretty good as a rookie, pretty good as second year. PFF grades. Ernest Jones, reasonable as a rookie, small step as a second year player. But you can see that a lot of rookie linebackers who've played a lot, because I had a pretty high minimum snap count for this, took a big step in year 2 if they kept their jobs, and very few exceptions to this. Like if they kept their jobs in year 2, not that the Bengals linebackers will necessarily keep their jobs, for the most part, big steps in year 2. One exception being Trevin Wallace here, who maintained a similar snap count, but didn't really show improvement in any of his PFF grading in year 2. So
Goodell's walking up right now for the pick because we only have 5 minutes for each pick now for the Jets at number 2.
The Jets, okay. Jets pick is in. All right, so how do I take this thing off? Let's hide that then, maybe. Okay. Every time I click off, it is David Bailey to the New York Jets announced on the TV that I'm watching here. So Arvell Reese taking a step down the draft board here. Where do I put this? Draft day. Not Arvell Reese. David Bailey. Say again, Joe? That didn't come through.
I agree with that. I would have taken Bailey number 2.
Can you guys hear Joe? Is that just me?
How about now?
Yeah, that's better. You said what I'm saying is
that? Yeah, I agree with taking David Bailey. I thought he was the best pass rusher in this draft. I was in the grouping that saw a lot more power out of him than some did. And I think he's got a lot of body to fill out still in the lower half. And when he does, he can unpack even more. I think he relies on his get off, a really elite get off, and speed to convert into power, which is what gives him that. But really, everything is off the get off. And when his get off is on and fast, he can do so much with it when threaten that corner. He beats guys around the corner before he even gets a move off half the time. And then the other times he can spin back in or work back inside and power back in. And the data on him is extremely strong. I'd be shocked if he wasn't at least a Pro Bowler at some point.
He'll be a good pass rusher.
Yeah.
I remain unconvinced that he will ever be a good run defender in the NFL, regardless of what you think about his power. This is No Flags Film, Jay Foster. And I love that he charts how these players, he charts pass rush moves. And David Bailey is, the last time I looked at this, and this actually looks different from the last time I looked at it. Last time I looked at this, David Bailey was like the top ghost move guy.
And yeah, he loves the ghost move.
The ghost and spin is his bread and butter. These are just directions, I assume. So for moves, he does go to that bull rush. He does go to the long arm, like you're talking about. But if you sort by ghost move, he's the third highest use of ghost moves in the entire class, ahead of a couple of other guys that are going to be designated pass rusher types.
Similar guys
for a lot of teams in the NFL. Howell, Thomas, and Height. And then he hits the spin move so much. And so does his teammate, Romello Height. So that's interesting. Maybe this is something they're coaching at A&M, but one of the highest rates of spin move usage in the NFL as well. And I guess Cassius Howell is just your poor man's David Bailey, judging
from, in a lot of ways
from move type, except Cassius Howell hits the most cross chops in the class, according to James Foster's
That's a nice advanced move. If you're hitting the cross chop at a high rate, that's good on your technique.
And this is why I loved Ruben Bain, just to go back to this conversation, is like he's winning with his hands all the time. Cross chop, swipe, hump.
He has to.
And I guess I am partial to that sort of rusher. Although, like when you get guys that can actually execute on the ghost move, like that's where you get your Von Millers that are just untouched and run straight at the quarterback. And it's nasty. For whoever it was that said we're behind ESPN, you're correct. There's also going to be like a 10-second delay from when you hear stuff and when we say stuff. So we will be behind, if you're here now, we're going to be behind the broadcast all night. So that's why we have the don't tip picks in the corner there. Let's hop back over to the draft sheet here. So Arvell, where does Arvell Reese go now? Is the question. Does he go to the Cardinals, who have made the pick? Apparently, it's not been announced, but they're clapping in the war room.
Oh, they must have made their pick. I heard the Cardinals really would have loved David Bailey, and if not, they were considering a trade. So we'll have to see, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like they made their pick, huh?
Yeah, they were clapping, so I assume that means they made their pick, unless they're really excited about a trade. I'm hoping they just pick Ruben Bain here, because I still don't like the scenario where Ruben Bain gets to Kansas City.
Yep.
No tip picking. No pick tipping. Cardinals love to be wacky, so who knows? Maui Noah has been a very popular pick for those I know who cover the Cardinals as well.
They said if they couldn't trade down that they would go O-line here. That's what people that were covering them were thinking.
Let's see if it is, in fact, Maui Noah. What in the heck have I been missing all this time? K-Daddy me.
That could be a lot of things.
What have you been missing? You know what I have not paid any attention to?
What's that?
The Mike Vrabel stuff. I saw that he's talking about stepping away from the team today. That's all I've seen about it. I don't care. It's crazy, though. That's crazy. That is crazy. I'll acknowledge it as crazy, but I don't care for the details.
It's because today there's been a lot of reports that and pictures and video.
I did see that
they've been together for 6 years.
I've seen more than I care to have seen. So I saw the
right. I've tried to ignore it, but
I saw the thing about like her being at a game and then her son being born 9 months later and then him being named Michael. You see that?
See, you've seen more. See, you've seen a lot then.
I've unfortunately seen that. Somebody who was retweeting it.
It's gotten mainstream to the point my wife was telling me things, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Oh man, somebody kept retweeting it on to my timeline. It's the only reason I saw it. I've turned off reposts for a lot of people on Twitter. If they start retweeting stuff I don't care about, you're getting shut down.
Yeah, I still care about you. I just don't care about your outside circle.
There are also some people who get muted on Twitter. Those are political follows. You know, you follow them because you feel like you should, but I don't actually want to see what they have to say.
All right, here comes Roger Goodell with the 3rd pick.
Roger Goodell?
Yep. If you guys have your shadow picks too, if you're doing the shadow league, feel free to type who you're taking. I assume some of you guys are picking in the top 6 here.
Jeremiah Love.
Wow.
That one's a bit of a surprise. I mean, not that much of a surprise because I feel like there was some smoke there, but
there was lately.
I early in the process actually thought that there was a connection between Love and Arizona, like right around the combine, and turns out that was correct.
Tyler Algier just can't catch a break, huh? He has a good season, and the Falcons draft Bijan. It's like, all right, I'll be second fiddle. I'll get my chance in free agency. He goes to the Cardinals, and they draft Jeremiah Love.
Should I keep jumping between your live and James live, or should I stay here? Obviously, you should stay here, but right at this moment, you should go see James' reaction to Jeremiah Love.
Exactly.
He will be much more excited about this, or upset about this, probably, that he's going to Arizona where he will rot than we will be on this stream.
The spin move for Jeremiah Love, man. They're showing him right now. Crazy.
Yeah. Believable. Yeah, I mean, he's fun, man. He gets to see him. He's just gone. He's just running very, very fast, and you probably are not fast enough to catch him. Do the Bengals play the Cardinals this year?
I was going to say to tie this into the Bengals. I believe Jeremiah Love was number 1 on their board.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think they saw him as the best player in the draft.
The Bengals do not play the Arizona Cardinals this year. They play the NFC South.
I think a lot of teams probably had him number 1, but do you actually pick that guy number 1, right?
Yeah, I mean, Jeremiah Love is now, let's take a look at the old draft pool. Draft pool over the cap. Sorry if you guys can hear me typing.
He's a top, paid running back in the league now.
So the number 3 pick in the draft gets paid $53 million. So 53 divided by 4 is $13.25 million per year. $13.25 million per year makes him immediately a 7th highest paid running back in the NFL, behind only Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, Derrick Henry, Christian McCaffrey, and Saquon Barkley. He's now getting paid more than Josh Jacobs, more than James Cook, more than Travis Etienne, more than Alvin Kamara.
You're getting no value. There's no surplus there.
No surplus value.
Yeah, which is what the draft is about, which is why it's tough to take a guy, even if you believe he's that good.
Yeah, I mean, he has to be, like, you have to win 3 games because Jeremiah Love exists all by himself.
He has to make 3 Pro Bowls in the first 4 years to make it worth it. Right?
I think more than that.
3 out of 4? I think 3. I mean, rookie season, if he doesn't make it, fine. If he makes it the next 3 years, I think you're good.
Actually, I don't even care about Pro Bowls. I think he legitimately needs to be a game-winning player on his own.
It's still a metric we use in terms of contracts, and metric is not the right word there. It still is a achievement we use.
Yeah, I mean, but you're comparing him to other running backs who are also not paid or valued very highly, which is why I care less about it. Then, because like when you're talking about the draft, you have to compare. It matters in terms of pay, sure, but it has to be compared to the value of other players you could have drafted there.
For sure.
Which is a whole thing with
opportunity cost is a thing in the draft.
Yeah.
Which we will.
So there's the number one player by consensus. The next, I mean, where does Arvell Reese go? Arvell Reese to Tennessee, you can see. I think that would make a lot of sense.
I think their favorites were Reese or Styles, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they went wide receiver here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked either. It'd be nice to shake
3
up
for
a
3.
little bit.
Oh, what was Peter Schrager's mock? Did you look?
Vaguely.
I didn't pay attention to anything today because
I was trying to see who he had remaining in the second round, All
right, here we go. Peter Schrager mock. Let's share this tab instead. He's 3 for 3. Can you guys see that? Probably not.
So he would have Styles here if he's correct.
So Styles and Reese for the next 2 picks, according to Schrags. Surely this pick is in by now because we're at a blistering pace. Yeah, the Giants are on the clock.
Yep.
Man, this is going fast, huh?
It is. It's going to be interesting.
5:29. We're on the 5th pick already.
Yeah, we're going
to be done by 7:30, Joe.
Well, you're talking about West Coast time. I don't have any idea. You're confusing the hell out of me. 5:29. I had to look at my clock.
My time. The Titans have made a pick. So no trades so far. Keep waiting for the Chiefs to trade up or for the Browns to trade back. I guess that's really the one to watch would be the Browns trading back.
Yep.
The Arizona Cardinals wanted to trade back, supposedly.
If they go Styles, I wonder if we see the Chiefs go up to get Reese.
Reese, yeah. That was also discussed. I mean, if he gets past the next 2 picks, they could go up with the Browns, right? The Browns could trade back twice.
No, I'm not saying the Giants would trade down. I'm not sure the Giants would take Reese, is what I'm saying. They may. But the Browns would definitely trade down. If you could swap a 3rd rounder and go from 6 to 9 to go get Reese, I think you would do it if you're KC. They got 2 first rounders.
Sorry, I think we're saying the same thing. I was saying if he doesn't get picked in the next 2 picks and Carnell Tate is to pick at 4, which I said I could see wide receiver. I just said it. You heard me say it.
And it is Carnell Tate, wide receiver, Ohio State. I think it's a reach. If it was me, I would not spend the 4th pick on Carnell Tate. You want to put us back on the spreadsheet too, Jake?
Oh, am I not there? Sorry. A lot to manage right now, and also people are texting me. What I was trying to say was I would not be surprised if Arvell Reese makes it past the next 2 picks. If he's not picked by Tennessee or New York, Kansas City could trade up to 6, and the Browns could trade back twice. Trade back to 9, and then trade back again.
At this rate, because I still am thinking about it slightly, there will be a top defensive player for the Bengals at 10.
Yeah.
Just pretending if they were still there. Well, at this rate, because I do expect another offensive player to go still.
It depends on it depends, I guess, if a team trades up with the Browns for an offensive lineman.
Yep. Right. That's true. If the Browns trade out of the top 9, you're right. But if the Giants take Tyson at receiver here at 5.
If the Giants take Tyson, that would be kind of crazy to me. I think this is Tate or Styles to the Giants. Sorry, Styles or Downs.
Yeah.
And the Giants pick is in. The Browns are now on the clock. We'll see if they trade out of the pick.
At least the Browns didn't get Carnell Tate, to be honest with you. That was one of the things I didn't want as a Bengals fan. I didn't want them. I think Tate's going to be a very good number 2, low-end 1. I just think number 4 is crazy, right? That's where you draft Jamar Chase and AJ Green. And I don't think he's that at all. So
those guys aren't in this draft. I mean, just go defensive player. I'm surprised. I mean, Arvell Reese getting all the way to 5. Maybe that shakes things up here, and the Giants go Reese. Cardinal take going 4 is definitely a surprise. That'll shake things up a little bit, I think.
Just a question here. Why did they have to take wide receiver? Or why did they take wide receiver? A lot of teams want to pair their young QB with a new wide receiver, or a wide receiver that, they can get in year 2. That's going to be a stud and be your number 1. They can grow together. The Bengals did this with Jamar and Joe. I mean, they drafted receiver right after that. You're right. And we've seen a lot of teams do this. Actually, Jalen Waddle and Devonta Smith did the same thing for their respective teams. So
I don't think the Giants are going to trade out of these picks. So I'm going to put the Giants where they go. I don't think
if the Giants do draft a receiver, it will be also another team doing the same thing.
Kansas City could trade. Washington probably sticks in picks. I think Miami probably sticks in picks. Are we on a commercial? No. With this pace, how do you ever go to a commercial in the first round?
I don't know how you do. You're gonna have to run ads on the side, right?
They'll find a way.
ESPN will still be running commercials.
They'll find a way.
That is a tiny jacket, Colonel Tate.
Yeah, it's must be the style.
Oh, it definitely is. It's a high-waisted
commercial. The Bengals aren't drafting tonight. Hi, Delaroth.
If the
Bengals aren't drafting, then there will not need to be a commercial tonight. Looks like
Giants
Harbaugh has made his pick.
They all have red ties on. It's going to be Ohio State player.
Except Joe Shane, who is a GM in name only. Oh, the Chiefs are traded up to 6.
That's it then. That's the Arvell Reese.
Or Bain.
So they don't take Reese here, Giants, and I think the Chiefs are going to go get him. I had the Chiefs taking Reese at number 3.
There was connection between Kansas City and Bain as well. Trading up for Bain specifically.
Then let's see.
We'll see who the Giants pick. Maybe the Giants pick Tyson here.
Yeah, that's what there's a lot of smoke on that recently. That they still felt like if they took Tyson and if it went the right way, they'd still get a defensive player at 10. Because they could control that.
I would take the defensive player first.
If you believe Tyson's that good, that their logic is okay here for me. That, we'll still get Downs or Styles or Delane or whatever.
No tipping picks in chat, please. Just a reminder.
We need to elevate a moderator or something, huh?
Well, I don't. Yeah.
The picks do not get longer. It's always 5 minutes, if you're wondering.
We're just going to be. So the Browns got 9, 74, and 148 to move from 6 to 9. So they pick up a 3rd and a 5th.
Wow. That's a little bit
pretty good. That's pretty good. And I wonder if the Browns trade back again.
Right. Yeah, trade is fine. A trade has happened. If you want to tip the trade or the compensation, feel free to type it all through in there and put it in the chat. That's fine. Just not picks. We're kind of waiting, although we got a commercial here, and we're probably going to be.
I really like that for the Browns. I mean, unfortunately, they're the Browns, but I do like the way the Browns move around in the draft. I think
they draft well. They honestly do. Had they have had a quarterback the last 5 years, we'd be talking about them very differently.
And if they weren't the Browns.
Of course.
How does that work out in the trade calculator? Let's take a look at trade value chart.
I bet it's right around where it should be because I was already looking 10 to 7 was about a 3rd round pick. So I would assume 9 to 6, which is more valuable. They had to throw in a little something.
So 6 is 446. 387 is 9. So that leaves a 59-point gap. The Kansas City pick in the 3rd round, according to the Rich Hill chart, is worth more than that on its own.
Yeah, I think
getting an extra 5th round pick. Rich Hill is not the. Oh, you think it's an old chart trade? Okay.
Yeah.
Classic Jimmy Johnson model. All right. So then we're talking about 1,600 and 1,300, which means you need 300 points, which you need 220 from the 3rd round pick and another 32 from the 5th round pick, which would say the Chiefs came out ahead on that chart. So very, very different values on those two. charts.
I believe the Browns do want offensive line, which is why they didn't want to have to make the pick early. But keeping I was fearful when the Bengals were at 10 that the Browns would move behind them and get their offensive lineman, but staying at 9, and if they get an O-line wide receiver there, they're going offense. That would be still in the counting numbers to get the defensive player to you at 10 would have still worked out.
Unless Daniel Jeremiah was right and they were really locked in on a defensive tackle. We have a bunch of spoilers happening in the chat. Please stop it.
Teases. The teases are a little too... I'm shocked with every pick, guys.
Guys, just stop. If you're talking about what Kansas City did with the pick in any way, shape, or form, stop it.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We need the Giants pick first. We're not even there yet. The NFL is going to take their time with this stuff.
Arvell Reese to the New York Giants at 5.
Oh, okay.
So is that what it is? Yeah, it is. That is in the NFL's thing. I'm going by when it shows up on the NFL website. So that's when I'm.
Yep. He's announcing it right now, so I'm sure it was put into the website. They just have some people up there right now. I don't know who they are. They're talking.
Oh, Kansas City drafted Diego Pavia, Joe.
No.
I'm okay with jokes like that. That's allowed.
You know what would be, since the hint is there, and we're going to say don't do it too much, the hinting stuff, the crazy pick for the Chiefs would be Kenyon Sadiq at the spot, right? Like, go up and get a weapon that is unique.
My first thought was Jordan Tyson. My second thought was
Spencer Fano.
I didn't have a second thought. It could be a corner, could be Lemon. Lemon would be a pretty big surprise here. If we're talking about guys that are surprising, Tyson wouldn't be a huge surprise, so probably not Tyson.
The Giants, though, with all these guys, you got to trade Kayvon Thibodeau, right?
That's what some people are talking about.
I mean, how many of these guys can you collect? Arvell Reese and Abdul Carter with Brian Burns is a blast.
Mm-hmm.
But what are you doing? I mean, Reese just has to play linebacker.
What's the Shadow Team website? Oh, I got it on my other.
Do you know when you pick?
22. But what's the what? Do you know like the? I guess I gotta look in my DMs here. Gotta find the. Let Joe Cook is the guy. Shadowleague.flute.app. I don't know what I'm doing this year at all. Let's see. What do I need? Looks like I need a tackle, a center desperately.
Oh, good draft for a center, though, if they go where they're supposed to go.
Maybe a linebacker. Maybe a defensive tackle.
You can't even get that head on.
Who, Reese?
Yeah. Because he's got very thick braids.
He's got the braids going. The Commanders are on the clock. Surely the Saints are on the clock by now.
Gotta be.
Does the NFL, do NFL teams know the pick before, know the pick from the, so the NFL team do know the pick before it's announced publicly? Yes.
Yep. So the team will say, all right, we've made our pick. They call into New York basically, or wherever the headquarters is, and say, this is the Kansas City Chiefs. We are picking this, this, and that. They have a card. It gets submitted and written down by the person collecting the information. That guy submits it to the entire league at that point. The teams get it. The media gets it. The TV stations get it. That way they can all start to prepare and get their highlights packages and get the scroll at the bottom all set and everything like that. So when you see like on TV, and if Mel Kiper goes, I really think they should take Arvell Reese here. Yeah. I think he's a good value because he knows already.
Yeah, which drives a lot of people crazy. If the Bengals take a center, what round? I would think like 6. A super chat. Do you think the Chiefs knew Reese was being taken before trading to pick 6. Yes, 100%.
Yeah. You
Thanks for the
typically
super
do.
chat, by the way, Love Site 1967.
Thank you. And yes, you typically do know. And if you didn't know, say you were negotiating with the team to move up, if you have a good working relationship, you can call that team and say, hey, we're going up to 6. Can you just give us a word? All right, Reese, great. Thanks. And then you keep it professional and keep it moving and make your trade if you have to. Teams talk throughout. The phone is, from what I understand, buzzing the entire time. Texting each other and, yeah, what are you doing here? Are you thinking about this? I've got the, do you have the Shadow Team website up? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, shadowleague.flute.app.
That's it. Yeah, I've got mine too. It says what picks I have on the right side. That's nice because
I entered. Did I add my picks? I don't think I did.
You can still do it, I believe.
I'm doing it in the spreadsheet still.
Yeah, I am too, just to keep track of it. But this gives me a board and guys I can click on and say draft. So it's I'm giving it a shot.
I got to mute for a second here. I'll be right back.
Do your thing. Is Kayvon Thibodeau worth a look? Yeah, I think he is. I think he is actually pretty solid. There has been some talk that he's an odd dude, but that was always coming from the draft as well. Like that there was questions that he didn't love football or whatever. And I don't know if that's kept him from not becoming the player he is or was supposed to be. But I think when I watch him, I'm like, he's still good. I just don't know why he's not even better as of now. And because he was a fantastic prospect. He would be higher than David Bailey, I think, on our spreadsheet. We have an all-time score, actually. Let me go check. All-time scores. Kayvon Thibodeau is pretty high for us because he checked every single box, which is not just a phrase we're using here. It was real. Yeah, he did. He had everything you're looking for. Goodell's up now to do the Chiefs pick. And it's Mansour Delane.
Mansour.
6. Wow.
That one doesn't surprise me very much. So I've thought that the Chiefs were going to draft Mansour Delane for a while, and then a bunch of Chiefs fans were really mad online saying they would never pass on Ruben Bain. And lo and behold, they lost all of their corners and drafted a corner, shocking everyone.
So now you have Bain, Styles, and Downs still available. We have 3 picks until the Bengals would have been on the clock.
Yeah, Styles and Downs both being there at this point. I imagine there are some folks that are not thrilled.
Does this make the Chiefs better? Delane replacing McDuffie. McDuffie was a very good player and had that inside-out versatility. He gave us a bit of a pain, I think McDuffie did when we went against them. So Delane's small, like McDuffie. Not the fastest guy like him. I like Delane, but I didn't love him. I didn't think you have to have him at 6. I think he and Tate are the biggest indications that this draft is weak when you see a guy like that go as high as he does.
And yet Kansas City trades up.
Yeah.
Trading up for Delane there is a surprise to me.
It is. Well, they got extra picks for McDuffie, so maybe they saw it as it's not a big deal.
I mean, if they think the draft is that bad, I understand giving up the 5th, but like the 3rd round, there's still some guys, and the Chiefs need some guys now.
I think this is part of what the Chiefs have done wrong in their building when like they traded Tyreek Hill and then used some of those picks for receiver. It is hard to replace exactly what you lost. You're probably better off trying to build up another portion of your roster.
This is also true. McCoy's knee, he has odds that could have him falling into the 2nd round.
Yeah, he does.
This could be that Mansour Delane is the only 1st-round corner for the Chiefs.
That's really worth it.
I mean, there will be corners, I think, drafted at the end of the 1st round, but for the Chiefs picking early. But, could they have taken, with their 2nd first-round pick, could they have taken Chris Johnson? Probably. Do
we think the Bengals knew that the Chiefs were really hot on Delane and he was never going to make it to them?
I would assume.
I wonder if he's one
like,
of the 7.
They also love Styles, and Styles
right.
is still there, so we'll see if he gets picked.
And Bain and Downs.
Man, what if the Giants can pick both of the Ohio State linebackers, huh?
Styles and Reese, that'd be fun.
That'd be crazy. Apparently, at the draft party at Paycor Stadium, Brian Cook, Boye Mafe, John Allen, and Dexter Lawrence in attendance. All the new guys.
They probably figured since we don't have a pick, we should probably get some guys in here, huh?
Definitely had to roll Dexter Lawrence out.
Yeah, if Washington goes, I think they wanted a receiver, but with Tate off the board, do they want to take the next receiver, or are they going with Styles here? I don't think they're on Bain. They've done a ton at defensive end. They could go Downs.
Who are we talking about here?
Washington. I'm thinking Styles.
Washington is likely Downs landing spot, I think. From what
on the biggest odds, they had them for Downs. But
the pick is being announced now, apparently. Oh, we have a tip picker.
Oh, did we?
Apparently. So Saints, Browns remain. Let's see. Roger Goodell is talking a lot before announcing these picks, man.
Yeah, he's going to have to be quicker on this.
He never is.
We're getting behind, Raj.
Like, nobody gives a shit what you have to say, Roger. I don't know what he's saying. Maybe he's saying things that are important and would be good to hear. Sonny Styles is a pick for Washington at 7.
Good for them.
So now New Orleans, do they stick and pick? I assume they would have been shown to have traded by now.
And New Orleans can go a bunch of different ways here. They were connected to Bain. They also could get a receiver.
This feels like a Bain spot.
Yeah.
The pick is in for the Saints. Let's see if the Browns trade back again. If I was the Browns, I sure would be trying to.
Yeah. No linemen have gone.
Yeah.
Let the Cowboys come up and get ahead of the Giants, and you take Downs or something.
Yeah. Maybe this is what the Bengals would have predicted too if Dallas does come up. But like now, my thinking is the butterfly effect would be Dallas doesn't feel like they have to trade up, so Downs gets all the way to 12.
But they have to worry about Miami also. Miami's in position to just draft a cornerstone type player, no matter the position.
Yeah.
Styles looks like an actor. Like, who is that?
Sonny Styles.
Yeah. But he reminds me of somebody.
I don't know. He's got a peanut-shaped head.
Does he? Where does the Styles contract rank him in linebackers now?
Well, his 5th-year option will be prohibitively expensive, but let's
check prohibitively is right.
All right. So let's show this tab instead. So here is the Giants first round. No, the Browns who had this pick. So the 6th pick is worth $42 million, 42.5, which is $10.6 million per year.
That's decent money.
And that would be outside of the top 10.
Not bad then.
About 16th in the NFL.
That's not terrible.
Still a pretty high number. But what's crazy is when you look at the 5th-year options, and for a linebacker, that's not crazy. What am I looking at here?
Look at Jack Campbell, and with a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, with the Pro Bowl, sure, but like that's the same price. Oh yeah, no, yeah, that is the same price as Edge. Wait, no, Will Anderson's is cheaper. Because actually defensive end is paid less than linebacker because of the guys that are categorized as linebackers. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's just not.
So when we look at edge rushers, like Micah Parsons is a linebacker for the purposes of this. TJ Watt is a linebacker for the purposes of this calculation. So that's why the 5th-year option for linebackers is so expensive. Also franchise tags.
They could figure this out. And the fact that
they don't be hard. It's crazy.
Yeah. Did you rush the quarterback more than 250 times in a season?
Yeah, the franchise tag for linebacker, $30 million, for defensive end is $28.8 million. Crazy. Like, that's just awful.
Yep.
All right.
So
Saints
start working on your extension.
The Saints have made a selection.
Good. So they didn't trade out.
Saints get the commercial.
And we would still have, in my opinion, Bain and Downs here is what we'd be hoping for at 10 with 2 picks left to go.
Mm-hmm.
Because now there's no fallback of Mansour Delane either. Which felt
Mansour Delane was mocked outside of the top 10 by like many people in the last couple of days. But a lot of that, I think, I mean, we'll see. Like, we might get our first draft since Jonah Williams that we don't have which actually was 2019, not 2016, where there's no offensive lineman picked in the top 10, unless the Browns do it, which wouldn't be a surprise.
Right. That year we had linebackers go top 10 also.
Yeah, a couple linebackers. Saints, Browns, Giants, Dolphins. So no trade as of now for the Browns at number 9. So it looks like they will make a pick there. I would trade back again if I was the Browns.
Oh, yeah. And they're the team that would do something like that as well because they are very analytics based.
I've accidentally spoiled a pick for myself because Ari Myrov is already Ari Myrov and underdog. Yeah, I opened Twitter. It was a mistake. Ari Myrov and underdog are like 2 picks ahead. However, I can show this on Twitter. This is fun.
Okay, what do you got? Dexter Lawrence.
Dexter Lawrence out there having fun. Look at all these boys that are at the draft party. Got Brian Cook back there. Got Orlando Brown over here on the right side. There's Orlando. John Allen?
Yes.
I think that's Allen.
Yep.
That's fun. All right. How do I get back to the other thing? Everybody close your eyes.
All
right.
Jake shows us all of his DMs.
I just wasn't sure if there was going to be a pick spoiled when I minimized the video there.
That's our 10th pick up there. We already know who our pick is right there.
Sexy. I don't know who the Saints picked, but I do know who the Browns picked.
Really? You were that far ahead?
Well, I saw the Browns pick, but I haven't seen I didn't see the other one. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just standing to stretch my legs. Don't mind me. Jerry with the J and the G asks if he's the only one who doesn't believe Colonel Tate will be anything special. Some of the data on him says he won't be special. Jake, if you scroll up a little bit on this sheet when you get a second, so we can see all the picks here. He is the lowest scored player of everyone that's been drafted so far. There is some worry in his profile, but I do think he'll be a solid, at the least, be a solid to good number 2, and maybe his upside's a low end number 1. Yeah, 2-point stance. Sometimes you got to stand up. I'm gonna Arvo reset for a little bit.
I like our number 10 pick, Joe. Yeah, I like our number 10 pick too. Okay, I now know who the Saints picked as well.
Crazy, huh? That they're really doing this like this. Who thought 5 minutes was a good idea? I'm all for let's do this, but this seems fast.
They're so I mean they're always behind, but this is like day 2. I mean, this is exactly like day 2. They're day 2 behind.
There.
I do not think George Pickens gets traded tonight.
I don't either.
Gary Jellison. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. So Goodell's finally coming out for the Saints pick. The Giants have probably picked by now. Actually, the Giants have picked by now. Somebody said the Giants were sticking and picking. They did not say who the pick was, but
someone said, what did Dexter Lawrence score as a prospect? That is in the defensive tackle sheet. You can go to the draft spreadsheet. You can go down the defensive tackle, scroll all the way down to veterans you will recognize. And Dexter Lawrence is in the gray there as a veteran edition. He would have been at 82.7 in this class, which would have been far and away number one.
For defensive tackle? Not even close, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess Grayson Halton kind of gets close, but
nose tackles, though, scoring an 82 is absolutely crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's because he tested so well and it's solid production. So
I don't buy that the draft would have been any different if the Bengals still had 10. The Giants still took defense. Well, we're on the 8th pick of the draft right now. So
yeah, I don't know where you guys are at. We're at number 8. We're trying to let Roger Goodell do this thing. We want to pretend it's Jordan Tyson to the New Orleans Saints. And Tyson's got some absolutely phenomenal data. And he has dealt with a lot of minor injuries that have just hurt his production slightly. But when he's in, and he's been very productive when he's in. So it's kind of a two-part thing there where it's like, yeah, on one end, had he had played every single game, his production numbers would probably be insane. But he scores really well for us in terms of production as is, even with missing time. It's kind of like T. Higgins. He's still going to get 1,000 yards in 13 games. And that's kind of how Jordan Tyson's career has been. But he's quick. He's agile. I think he's very explosive in and out of his breaks. He looks like a number one to me. Like that's what a number one receiver looks like with the body control, ball skills, route running, pacing. He looks very good. Like if it was a 1-for-1 and I had 10 years of health, I would take Tyson over Carnell Tate. But I really liked Tate as well. I don't want to say I didn't. I liked Tate, but I had some concerns with his profile.
Man, I bet you the Cowboys have already picked. Oh, man. Because we're an hour into the draft now, 55 minutes. So they're through 11 teams, right?
If they are, I picked 13th with my first pick in the shadow, so I'm excited for that.
How do you have 2 picks? What's the deal?
I land on the Rams picks, and once you've gotten past the point of 2 picks per round, and if you're in League One, I don't know if you're in the top bracket.
I sent you the picture.
Oh, I didn't see. Sorry.
I was ahead of you as soon as I added a punter and a kicker to my team.
Oh, I didn't see that at all.
That's why I was making the jokes about punters and kickers being worth points, because they're worth just enough points to get you to bump people into first place or out of first place.
Would you send that in the group chat and the DMs? Because I may not have seen it then. We may have had a whole bunch. But yeah. So where I place is the picks is the team's picks I get. So I landed 29th.
So why do you have 2 picks in the first round though?
Because the Rams had 2 picks in the first round.
Oh, that's cheating.
Is it cheating? You get every pick they get. You can't survive a team off 7 picks per year.
No, I know, but I just went every round, same spot.
You should land on the team that has that spot. That's your opportunity for a bonus.
All right. So I got 22, which is the Chargers. The Chargers don't have any picks this year.
If they have any bonus picks, take them. You at least get every pick in each round, and if they have any bonus picks, you get
it makes it worse for me instead of just going straight across. So I just went straight across because they don't have a 5th round pick or a 7th round pick.
You automatically get those no matter what. You can
I just went straight across, like I said. I just went 22, 54, 86, 122.
Man, Tyson is crying big time.
Yeah.
Good for him.
He's emoting.
He looks young.
Man, you're telling me that if I doesn't Philly have extra picks?
So yeah,
if I finished one place further back, I would have 2 3rd rounders, 2 4th rounders.
Yeah.
If I finished one worse.
That's why I was surprised you had 22nd. I thought you weren't even in the league last year.
I wasn't. That was based on Madden.
Oh. That might be a little bit different though. Because we were actually competing against others.
Yeah, but if you put my team in there, which is in there now.
Yeah, you would have been 5. You'd have been good.
I would have been third. I would have been right behind you. How do I see the league? Oh, there's a bunch of teams in here now. What? There are like 30 more people in here now.
Yeah, I'm sure people are joining in to get ready to draft. I think we had over 100 teams last year.
When I looked at this last, there were like 20 teams, and now there's 88.
I'm sure everyone's getting in right now to do their thing. I'm hoping, I don't want to say it. I need to start game planning a little bit for the 13th pick here.
Oh, but this has Justin Fields as my quarterback. That's not correct.
You put it in, didn't you?
Maybe that's a different Jake. No, there's only one. My quarterback is Caleb Williams. And he is, but for some reason the league is using Justin Fields. Why? I don't know. I'll look at it later.
Just his picture.
Have we had a pick announced yet? Nope. Oh, yeah. Spencer Fano.
So Bain and Downs would have been on the board, and that was my call a month ago. For subscribers, if you're with me, I said it is expected that Bain and Downs would be available at pick 10. I'm going to take one small victory from that.
Yeah.
And if the Bengals didn't believe they were going to be, they should have listened to me. Spencer Fano, by the way, is a tremendous prospect for offensive line. He will find a spot. His data is extremely strong. I thought he was good on tape. He may not be a tackle completely, but I think he's got a chance to be a multi-time Pro Bowl guard, if not.
All right, I'm looking at the chat again. Wasn't looking at the chat there for a while. I missed a lot of things here in the chat. Oh, I should send John Sheeran a link. Forgot. Mike Santagata often joins us. He is at the draft.
Nice. Good for him.
Yeah, what do you think about this idea? I knew the Bengals weren't in on Downs. Something was off after his pro day. They were in on Downs. The comment that Downs made at his pro day was weird, though. The no comment.
Yeah, they were in on Downs.
I now know who the Giants have picked because I'm trying to send John a DM. So as far as players on the board, I mean, McCoy might get to the second round with his stuff. Sadiq is probably going to go in the next 10 to 15 picks.
March 31st, I tweeted that I've been holding in for a little bit that Bain and Downs are expected to be there. And that was from good intel from other teams. One team who doesn't have a first round pick. So they were speaking openly.
It does not seem like the Bengals would have been screwed.
They wouldn't have been screwed, no. Which was a good narrative. I got concerned as well around that week. I was starting to feel like, man, maybe not. But yeah, Down and Bain should have tested. That would have helped both of them.
Mm-hmm. Bain not testing is, yeah.
So who do we think the Bengals would have picked? I think they would have picked Bain.
I think they would have picked Bain. Yeah. But we'll never know.
We will never know.
They would have been happy with either.
I think so too. I think they had high grades on both. And safety is not off the board, guys. In rounds 2, rounds 3.
The Cowboys traded up one spot with the Dolphins.
Interesting.
Presumably to pick Downs.
Good for them. No, we're not upset that the Bengals traded out because we would take Dexter Lawrence over Bain and Downs. But part of it was the Bengals didn't feel like one of those guys would be there at that pick. And it turns out they were.
Hello, John Sheeran.
The Giants have been linked to Caleb Downs for maybe as long as the Bengals have been. And with the Bengals pick, they passed on him. The safety stigma is so real.
Oh, yeah. The pick is on NFL.com. Francis Maui Noah is a pick at 10.
Good call, John, actually, because they were linked to him a lot.
I'm assuming Dallas is picking Caleb Downs here. I'm writing it, and I'll change it if it's not true.
Did Dallas trade up?
Dallas traded up one pick with Miami.
There was some speculation that the Cowboys were out on Bain for whatever reason. So let's see if that was true.
So we're looking at it. We're staring right in the face of a scenario of Ruben Bain making it to 14.
Which is Baltimore?
Yeah.
Miami was mocked him a couple times, I think.
Miami could do anything here.
Yeah.
Well, teams have traded ahead of Cincinnati to get Bain and Downs. I think it's possible that a team might have traded up to get Downs, but I also think the teams probably thought that New York could take Downs there. So depressed we could have got Bain, but they got Dexter Lawrence. That's pretty good. I don't think – okay, people are reacting right now as if the Bengals lost the trade because Ruben Bain was available at 10, and that is not how this works. That was always possible. It's a risk management game, right? You get a player that you believe is going to be game-changing at nose tackle, the best nose tackle in the NFL. I think it's fine. So Miami gets 2 extra fifth-round picks to drop back 1 spot.
That's worth it.
The idea of trading back 1 spot is that another team could have jumped into Miami's spot if Miami's looking to trade back, and so you're guaranteeing that another team doesn't jump up. Sometimes you just get swindled, though, and Dallas is certainly a swindleable team.
Yeah, 2 fifths, you know.
Joe, do other team scouts reach out and talk to you?
I have met them over the course of years of doing this. So it's not like they reach out, we talk. You know, this is the season for sending messages, and sometimes I tweet something that's stupid and I get corrected in the DMs or in a text. Sure. But also, because we've been doing this so long, and you guys have been on the internet for a long time now too, draft Twitter in its infancy, a lot of those guys have gone on to have jobs in the NFL or in college or around the league and media, and a lot of big jobs. So I've worked with a lot of those guys at this point. It created connections.
Yeah, people in our subtext are still are immediately upset that now with these 2 guys still there.
Someone asked, do I in the Discord, do I think the Bengals messed this up? No, I think the ultimate tipping point or decision making was that they believe Dexter Lawrence, and I agree, is a dominant player, and you want to have a dominant player, and the rookies are unlikely to be dominant this year. You have to try and win a Super Bowl. They had to make a move. Like, drafting Ruben Bain isn't going to give you the same spark in the locker room that trading for Dexter Lawrence obviously gave them. Look at these guys. They're having a blast.
Obviously, there was going to be more comfort if at least one of these guys were off the board. The fact that both of them are here, I think, like, the fact that they've been talked about for a lot longer than, I guess, Dexter Lawrence, there's going to be that lingering, but I'm with Jake and how we so very easily look at these decisions as if they're, like, not happening in real time. Like, oh, we could have just gone back and not traded for Dexter Lawrence, and then we would have picked. You don't know. You don't know, and you make your evaluations, and you either say that it's worth waiting around to see if we can pick this guy who we may think can be there, or we're going to do the opposite of what the Bengals have always done and go out and get a guy that's proven to be worth that pick at his highest level, which is, again, like, this is what you've been clamoring for. Now it's time to see if it works.
John, can you check your microphone selection in here? Somebody thinks you might be on the wrong mic. It sounds okay when you're talking, but there's a little bit of static when you're not. Thank you, by the way, for the $2 super chat from Eric Lunn. And the other thing that I wanted to mention around this idea of trading for Dexter Lawrence in the window is I think there is a real 2 to 3 year window for the Bengals right now. It's the T. Higgins contract, it's a Jamar Chase contract, and it's when these guys are in their primes. When you have these guys in their primes, you go in on the window, and the best way to maximize the window, is very easy to argue, is to get an established stud in Dexter Lawrence rather than it could be anything in the boat. even a Dexter, anything in the box, even a Dexter Lawrence. You know what I mean? Like the Family Guy meme, and that's what we're talking about.
I got a take for you though. If Downs gets to like 15, I would trade next year's first and 41.
The Bengals will not.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you want to be all in, you want to be aggressive.
It sucks that I made a really good point, but no one cared because my audio was shit.
Oh, they can hear it. It was fine when you were talking.
Yeah,
it was fine when you were talking. It was just a little static.
No, I'm saying like it doesn't matter if your audio is like bad. It doesn't matter what you say though. That's something I learned.
It wasn't bad when you were talking though. It sounded okay when you were talking.
But
what was the Falcons trade for Pierce? That was up to like 20 something. They gave up the future first.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. So it would probably cost a little bit more. But yeah, I expect Dallas could be making that pick right now. I'm just interested if it's Bain for them because of how much talk of them not being in on Bain. Plus, the media, Cowboys media, was the one leaking the Jermon McCoy thing, the Bain thing. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the Downs knee thing also. Caleb Downs.
Is the pick announced?
What's up, dude?
The pick was announced?
Yep, it's on TV. Yes. Caleb Downs.
I was going to write it.
Should have. You said you would.
But then I chickened out.
Look at our scores, Jake. I feel good about our draft sheet right here.
For everyone who's not
no craziness.
Let's look at our board here. So Thieneman, McCoy, Sadiq, Johnson, Parker, but these guys were never going this early. So thanks, Duke Tobin. Horrible drafting when it comes to the Lions. That's why they made the trade. Quit crying. Everything's gonna be all right.
This is true too. Everything's gonna be all right. Maybe.
Yeah.
And I tell you what.
I do think that this trade tells you that if Dallas thought that, so if Cincinnati was going to pick Downs at 10, I think Dallas would have moved up to take Downs.
With who?
Cleveland.
Want to get in here? Come on over.
So like after Cleveland trades down with the Chiefs, then Dallas
again
calls Cleveland.
Yeah.
You can wait for the people. You don't have to fix your hair. You're good.
Hello, people.
Yo.
Who's that?
This are the friends of the internet.
Friends of the internet.
They look friendly.
Yep.
They look friendly. Oh, children.
You know any of these players? You seen anything online about them?
The college players?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not in that level of the NFL.
That's all right. You got a lot of time to catch up.
Good yet?
Anyone pick? Yeah. Honestly, it's been pretty good so far. No craziness yet.
Who'd the Giants pick for 10?
Francis Maui Noah, right tackle.
I now know who has been selected 12th.
That means.
Whoops. I now know who was selected 13th, and 13th is the most mind-blowing pick I've seen in this draft.
Oh, really? I'm at 13, so for I should be all right. Can I get your? All I need to know, Jake, is I'm aiming for Bain or Thieneman at 13. Can I still pick my mindset?
You can pick either.
Great. And I don't know who I want then.
So the Ravens are on the clock?
The Ravens are on the clock with Bain available to them. So Miami, who is 13 was the Rams, was it? I don't need this open.
I'd be crazy 13. If I didn't take Thieneman, right? Even though Bain's still there.
I would take Bain without thinking, but
I know. I should too. I'm looking at my board right now and I've got Bain in the 1A. I shouldn't go crazy here.
Baltimore, Tampa Bay. All right, are we getting a pick announced right now? Caleb Downs is on my screen right now.
No.
It's still Downs. They haven't gone to Miami yet. They're talking to Caleb.
Baltimore is on the clock.
Good call if it is Baltimore, Mike Green, and Bain. If they do take Bain, we don't know yet. I'm just that'd be two short arm stumpy rushers that I really liked. So
I'm a little surprised that like Tampa didn't move up for him because like
they might.
I mean, maybe
they could trade.
They were linked to Mesidor for a lot, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna miss out on like all these top guys."
They've been very, very strongly linked to Mesidor.
Aaron, good point. And everyone listen to this. He's going to be gone. No chance he's there. 100%. Today, I received tweets about 100% that guy's not. You're an idiot if you think he's going to be there at this point. It's the draft, guys. Nothing.
Consensus is still pretty good, except Bane.
And it was always hinted at that Bane could go much, much later.
Yeah, I think we're also going to see McCoy go way later than this, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, that one makes some sense there.
Some pretty scary injury stuff there.
Yeah.
All right, Caden Proctor, the pick for Miami at 12. That is now on the NFL website.
They took Caden Proctor. I mean, teams were that was probably the biggest difference between what I was reading from evaluations on Draft Twitter and what it sounded like teams were in on. They saw a big, young dude that could play guard or tackle for you, that when his weight was in check, he was so much better. And I think teams looked at that like, if that's who he is, we will take that in the first round all day long.
So Baltimore surely is picked by now. I think we're about 2 teams behind.
So I can make my pick then on Shadow Team. I'm on the clock. And Bane and Thieneman are the top 2.
Miami already picked. Maybe you're just behind in the chat. Also, I guess I could scroll up here so you can see. Professional streamer over here.
I'm happy to have Ruben Bane, though. I tell you what.
You went Bane over Thieneman?
I did.
Maybe you'll get Thieneman later. Doubt it, but maybe.
I'm okay if I don't. I mean, I did want Thieneman a lot, and that was my target, but I didn't expect Bane to be there at 13. So
I am not even close to needing a safety.
But you'll take him?
No, I don't think I can take him. Unless he's like the only guy.
Oh, I just saw the pick for 13. I'm not as shocked as Jake.
I'm pretty shocked. Pretty shocked.
And that's LA. LA does whatever they want. They're looking. Oh, excuse me. They have some weird data they're looking at for a lot of stuff. So.
Like I can make it make sense. Like I understand it, you know what I mean? But it's still pretty crazy.
I mean, there was that recent report, which makes me think a little bit, but
do I play Elden Ring? No, I've never played Elden Ring. Would you trade a future first for Bane? I would. Would I?
No. You know why I wouldn't? Because I think there's so many DMs in this class.
I take it back.
When I said it about Downs is because even though it's a strong safety class, I think he is a rare safety on film.
Hobson saying mock draft for today is 2nd round. What? I don't understand.
You're saying that Bengals aren't going to trade up because Hobson. No, the likelihood of trading up is slim, guys. We're not sitting here watching for a Bengals trade up. If it happened, cool, we'll talk about it. But
there are more scenarios in which I would criticize the Bengals trading up for a non-quarterback than I would praise them. I just think it's risky business in general.
Oh, for sure. It doesn't often work out.
Somehow somebody in Twitch just asked about Discord. So there is a Goodberry Discord channel if you subscribe to him on Twitter.
Yeah. I posted a link the other day. If you need another one. There is also a Locked On Discord, isn't it?
There is for everydayer subscribers. I should probably check on that. All right. Yeah, that one is different from the one that you have. It's mostly for people who are everydayers, Locked On listeners to talk to, which I guess is not too dissimilar to yours, actually.
Kids are going to bed. I'm going to go say goodnight.
Not quite as active. Okay.
Night, Goodberries.
Going to bed. I guess it's 9:20 out there. Yeah.
Jake, I was on with James earlier.
On his,
Yeah. I was telling him that I usually listen to you guys on like 1.7 speed. So it was weird like hearing him talk at 1.0 speed.
What about me talking on 1.0 speed? Is it also weird?
I think it's even weirder.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, I get it, man. When I listen to stuff, I listen on 2 times most of the time. I can't do normal talking speed. It sounds so slow. But then when you're in an actual conversation, like it doesn't sound slow, like it just seems normal. But when you're just like listening to them talk on the internet, it sounds so slow.
You guys are great orators when I'm listening to you.
What's that?
You're great orators.
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 Orators. I think the A is pronounced. I agree. It sounds like you guys are drunk. Yeah. Yeah, we're slow. Somebody might be drunk. I was told James was drinking. Somebody in the chat said James was drinking.
I did not see him consume a beverage, but since we're on the subject, I'll be right back.
I'm all by myself. I have to carry the stream with no one to talk to. And the TV's on a commercial, and we're probably got the Jets on the clock all of a sudden. Man, oh man. John's back. I'm hot. Ruben Bain's taking a nap. You see that? You got the video up?
It's the most Ravens pick possible, though, right? The guy who falls.
Probably. I mean, he's by far the top guy by consensus.
Yeah.
So
it's like I actually don't know what their edge group looks like at the moment outside of Trey.
It's Mike Green.
Tavares Robinson. I forgot about him.
Tavius.
Yeah.
Aeneas Pebbles is listed as an end, but he's not really. Mike Green, Hendrickson, Robinson, and nobody. Like, yeah, definitely could take.
Yeah.
Definitely could take Bain here. Also could take Ioane. Maybe. I guess they signed John Simpson. They don't have a center at all. Ioane can't play center. I don't know.
They seem like the Jake Slaughter team.
Lemon would also make sense for them, I think.
Although I do remember some insider said like they could be the team to watch for Pickens.
Sure.
For a trade there.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Damn it, I just got spoiled for the Ravens pick.
I did too. I gotta stop looking.
I had my notifications off for Twitter and I turned it back on. Now I'm turning back off.
Yeah, gotta turn them off today if you don't want to be spoiled. So I guess Buccaneers will be interesting now. The Jets. Wow. What if the Jets double dip?
That would be insane.
That would be crazy. Because they don't really have edge rushers, I don't think. Will McDonald, Enagbare, Osai. So they did sign some guys.
They traded Johnson, right, to the Titans?
Jermaine
Johnson?
Yes, because they have Tavondre Sweat.
Yeah.
Ty Simpson, the pick for the Los Angeles Rams. And the reason this is surprising is just because of where they pick him. Like, there's no trade involved. Mm-hmm. And that it's not Arizona getting him much later. But the Rams just must think, and McVay thinks that he can be their quarterback of the future, and that's what they're going to try to do. The Aaron Rodgers approach at quarterback here with old man what's his name? Why am I blanking? Stafford. On the hind part of his career.
I feel like
that's crazy though.
We looked past what we talked about with Stafford really quickly because he all of a sudden became an MVP candidate. But like people thought that there was a clone of him because like he was coming out of like a cryo chamber or some shit. Like it was bizarre the lead up to last year with him and his health. So
well, because he just like wasn't there. And they were talking about his back and all that stuff, and then he just showed up and he's fine.
Not just fine, the best he's ever been.
Yeah. Not only a cryo chamber, but a temporal chamber, like on Dragon Ball Z. I think this player that the Ravens picked. Well, I guess I shouldn't say anything.
I'm not surprised.
I just wanted to return to one of Joe's tweets today. Who we don't want teams to pick. And do want teams to pick. How do you think another QB will go tonight? I can't imagine another quarterback gets picked like before the third round, maybe. Ty Simpson was the only other quarterback.
There was that BS Carson Beck. Like I think Pelissero said something about Beck, and some people ran with it, but no.
This is I agree with this. It's a pretty crazy draft. Like the trade up for Delane feels crazy. Carnell Tate going 4th feels crazy. Love at 3 feels a little like they're all understandable, but they also feel a little crazy. Proctor 12, Simpson 13. But at the same time, when you look at consensus, like out of the top 12 guys, 10 of them have been picked. Yawani and Bain are the only ones that haven't been. So it's interesting.
I don't want you to like explain stuff that you already talked to before I was here. Like, what did you think about the Delane trade? Because I was like, that's just I don't know if I would have done that for Delane of all people.
It just must mean well. So one, I'm not surprised that the Chiefs went corner,
right?
Because like a lot of people dismiss Chiefs taking corner. Like they're not gonna pass Bain. They're never gonna pass Bain. They need an edge, and it was like Chiefs fans were like edge. And I never thought like they lost 2 corners. Like how do they not take a corner in the first? Like Spags thinks he could develop corners, and like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like I wasn't surprised by the target, but I think that's a pretty. Like, who are they worried about taking him? Maybe they're worried about Washington taking him. They probably think he's the only first-round worthy corner in the draft this year.
Yeah,
I think is a big part of it because they must have a medical flag on McCoy. Did you see the 13th pick, Joe?
I do. It's on the screen now. Yeah, for Ty Simpson, which is okay.
That's a crazy one to me.
One of the stats they've got had 30 drop passes in 2025. Okay. Like that's we don't have better. So we have better data points than that.
So we're saying he's Joe Flacco. Just throws it too hard for these guys to catch it. James is mad. Love went 3rd. I'm sure why would he be mad though?
I was on there and he said he's mad. He's just going to Arizona to waste away.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said he would say, is that he would be mad that he's going to Arizona to rot. So the Ravens pick is in. The Buccaneers are on the clock. I think the Jets are probably on the clock. They're definitely at least 2 picks behind on TV.
Good. The Jets took Bailey, right?
They did take Bailey.
Yeah. So they're not going to take Bain.
They might. We were just thinking about what if they double down?
Oh, really? You guys talked about that already? Because that'd be hilarious.
What if they double dip? That would be awesome. Put both of them on the same team. They've invested a lot of the position though. They signed like 2 guys. They still got Will McDonald. They signed Osai and Enigbari.
Right.
So the Ravens pick has been announced. It's Vega Ioane.
That was the chalk pick, right? That was who everyone had.
Yep.
Now Tampa is next, and then we got Jets. So Tampa sticks and picks. I bet you nobody wants to trade up, man. I don't know who they picked. I know. I just know that they've picked. Bain would not be a surprise.
I'm assuming it's Bain. I'm sorry, that's me guessing. When I say it, I'm not looking at anything. I've got the TV and I've got the draft spreadsheet. I don't know what the picks are.
Bane is this year's Mike Green. Interesting comp.
The Bucks should pick Bane here. The Bucks should pick Bane. They shouldn't think twice about it.
But they might pick Mesidor, and that would be hilarious.
That would be something.
I still think the Jets should just double down. Just get by far BPA. Like consensus, Ruben Bain's the only guy near the top at this point. The biggest reach so far, according to consensus, is Ty Simpson, of course. But this biggest non-quarterback reach is Caden Proctor. Actually, Jordan Tyson. Nope. Caden Proctor.
Yep, has to be Proctor.
It's close, though. Ravens got a guard. The Dexter Lawrence effect. Bucks, Jets, Lions, Vikings are next. It's really not necessary to say who is actually on the clock.
Sure it is.
Here's a thumbs up.
Oh, you mean who is actually rather than what reality are we living in?
You don't have to be here if you don't like the way we're doing it. I mean, that's totally fine by me, man.
Yeah, we're just chilling.
We're just having a good time over here, man. We're just trying to talk.
Can I initiate the conversation of now that the pick is passed and we have the knowledge that we have, do we think the Bengals would have gone Bane or Downs in that scenario?
I think they would have went Bane, but I'm starting to wonder if all these guys are falling, if,
I wonder with Bane, this is farther than I thought Bane would fall. Like, I wonder if the traffic stuff is part of this too.
Yeah, if Bane goes here at 15, I will be like, all right, whatever. But if he goes at like 22, I'm going to say, well, man, I don't know. But when we were on the clock, we did say this, John, and we said Bane.
Yeah. I think they would have went Bane, but that's just because of my thoughts on their thoughts on positional value with the top 10 pick, even if there have been some exceptions to that.
Yep.
Man, they're sneaking a commercial into like every pick at this point, huh?
And the Bengals have a history of having size issues, but length isn't one of them. It's more height, weight, and I could see them saying Downs is small.
What do you think of that Ravens pick? Think Yuwani's really good?
Yeah.
Not Ruben Bain, though, so I'm fine with it.
It's a guard at 14, and he didn't test. Had he had tested, he probably would have scored really high for us. I think he's a good player, though. Didn't we have – was 14 Tyler Booker last year, or was that 12?
I think it was 14.
I think it was 12, actually. No, I don't know.
It's in that range.
13 was Kenneth Grant. That's when we were all sweating.
Listing. Checking. Kenneth Grant was okay. Please cooperate. Booker was 12. You're correct. Tyler Warren was 14. The Ravens have a history of not being good at drafting interior offensive linemen since Marshall Yanda and Linderbaum, I guess.
Have they drafted any high though?
Wasn't third round, not first round. Yeah, Cleveland.
Took a risk on Voorhees in like the 7th. That doesn't really count though.
Yeah.
They're pretty good at drafting in the first round in general.
They just always take a guy like, that guy looks really good on film, and whatever the data says, it says. But like, he's a good player.
Browns, Baltimore, both going offensive line. I'd rather Afano over Iwane.
Do you mean that he has Landon Robinson with him currently?
He did do an interview with Landon Robinson. It was pre-recorded, I believe.
Oh, it's pre-recorded. Okay. Our lads is not working for me right now, and I'm annoyed.
What are you looking up?
Guys, they aren't looking at the chat. We are looking at the chat completely. I don't know what you... That's how I saw you within 10 seconds of typing that.
There's a lot of chats going on. So there's a Twitter chat, there's a YouTube chat, there's a Twitch chat. It all gets pulled into the same chat stream for us. Okay, here we go. So Stanley was a good pick.
You're looking at O-line?
They signed John Simpson. The Ravens center is currently Corey Bullock, a college free agent from 2024, but they did sign Danny Pinter and a guy named Javon Gwynn. Rosengarten turned out to be a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest reach so far is this over here. Do we have this value? Nope. Okay, we don't have it. So back to draft. Consensus will tell us the biggest reach. So the biggest reach, according to our rank, is definitely Ty Simpson, but by
consensus,
no, just looking at the board, Ioane is the biggest reach. Nope. Caden Proctor is a bigger reach, 12 to 39. Also 4 to 35. Tate, big reach by our board. But by consensus, the biggest reach is Proctor.
And consensus is always a bit lower on interior offensive linemen and a little too high on corners, is what I've read from Arif Hassan.
Ruben Bain to Tampa Bay.
Good for them.
Good for Tampa. Like a Cansey and Bain now. Two short arm guys.
He gets to stay in Florida.
Yeah, short move for him, just across from the East Coast to the West Coast.
I've got a minor soft spot for the Bucks, so I
Tyrandon, we're not tipping picks here, so you're just gonna go in a little timeout.
Yeah, come on, man. Don't tell us who they picked. We're trying to live in the present. But so I'm happy to see him go to the Bucks. Because Bain's such a fun player to watch and enjoy. And they've got Kalijah Cansey, they got Vita Vea. I mean,
Bain is fine. You can talk about Bain. We're not talking about Bain. There's multiple chats, guys. There's
we see all three chats.
There's a YouTube chat, there's a Twitter chat, there's a Twitch chat. So we see all of them.
But Bain is another one. It's funny because Cansey's got short arms, and he and Bain are probably going to look like the exact same guy standing next to each other.
The Bengals do play Ruben Bain this year.
Fun.
Right.
The Bengals play against the NFC South.
And I took him at 13 in my shadow, so I'm happy he didn't fall too far because that always feels kind of bad when that happens.
I got to pick soon.
Yeah, you do.
Who am I picking?
Min.
My safety room is so stacked.
Go to
Derwin James, Julian Love, Antonio Johnson, all qualified safety.
Little opinion mixed in.
What?
Go to the Goodberry board if you want a little opinion mixed in.
Oh, I was looking at a different tab.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. If you want another.
Oh, I need a receiver. If Lemon is there, it's Lemon for sure.
Yeah. I figured this would highlight maybe some guys for you.
Oh man, if Lemon isn't there though,
Concepcion.
It's bleak. I'm not taking Concepcion. I'd rather take a second round receiver at that point. Oh, that gets bleak. What's that?
Lemon's going to be underdrafted wherever he goes. I think he's going to outperform his spot. Unless he gets a backward.
I just wonder about the interviews for him after some of the stuff that came out about his free draft process. Man, yeah, it's pretty bleak. Like I might be taking a tackle, I guess. Like might be a Blake Miller pick.
I'm actually not a Buffalo Sabres fan. I'm not the only team that I've claimed and jersey I own for hockey is the Boston Bruins. So you didn't help me out at all there. Thank you.
Appreciate what y'all do. What's the chance that Jermon McCoy makes it to pick 41? Thank you, Skidoo 2141 for the
20.7% chance.
Yep, nailed it.
Any other take there? Less?
I think that's reasonable.
I'll go 20.1.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Freeling is also still there. That's a good point. Yeah, I'm looking at tackle there. Goodberry board is the standard. Is Jake involved with that board? The Goodberry board, as you know it today, was propagated by me becoming involved with it back in 2019, but it did exist before. Joe and I started working together on it, and now I work less on it than I used to because Joe has found people better at what I did than me.
I didn't look for people better. People better.
I'm just saying you found
services. Yeah. They said, hey, actually, you guys could do this much more efficiently. And I said, really? Show us.
Mm-hmm. Man, we're talking about the Lions pick right now? Man, we don't even know who the Jets picked yet.
Jets are on the clock.
Well, actually, I do know who the Jets picked because that was the tip that was spoiled, the pick that was spoiled in chat. But yeah.
You're correct, Danny. I do support the Buffalo Bisons. You're right. That's probably the only team. I did watch a
is that a minor league baseball
minor
team?
league. It used to be the Guardians minor league team. So that's how I became a Guardians fan, was their minor league team was in Buffalo.
That seems like a really bad place to put a baseball team.
The Blue Jays played there during the COVID year.
Toronto also is a bad place to put a baseball team, but they play in a dome.
They do.
Kenyon Sadiq, New York Jets.
I love Kenyon Sadiq, guys. I think he looks like Shannon Sharp. Like if you're the shorter, more compact, stocky, extremely ripped and strong type receiver with insane body control, ball skills. The layout catches that he has are just absolutely crazy. I thought it was completely worth the pick if anyone wants to take him in the top 15, and he goes 16 here.
And he blocks well.
He does.
Like dynamic athlete, blocks well. Max's biggest criticism for him was that he just doesn't really cut. Like he's not really there as a route runner, but he can play in line. He's a little bit undersized to play in line. Like he will get bullied by some guys, I think, but
he makes guys miss though at such a high rate that I don't care if he runs great routes. His physical attributes, his explosiveness, his speed gets him open. And then if you get the ball into his hands, he is very, very hard to bring down.
I do hate that landing spot for him. Like with a burning passion.
They draft a tight end every year, so it feels like.
It's just the worst place I think he could have landed.
Mason Taylor last year, right? Jeremy Ruckert the year before that.
Really, really unfortunate landing spot, yeah. So now Lemon is by far the highest on consensus here. If you consider that McCoy is
may have a flag,
considered a second rounder by many teams at this point. Who's the Jets quarterback again?
Geno. Shout out to the Shadow team.
Yeah.
Geno Smith.
No, I know.
Again. Back again.
Ready to get in some fights again.
The question on Sadiq, he disappears a lot. Yeah, they rotate. They had a pretty heavy rotation of their targets in their offense. If you go look at it, he led the team, I want to say, in catches and yards, but it's only like 700 yards. And they just flow through 4 or 5 guys in any given day. And it kind of capped his production, but from a market share standpoint, he was really, really good. So does he disappear? Yeah. If you look at it from like, man, it's been a couple quarters, he hasn't touched the ball. It's because they're feeding the other playmakers.
Way too early, I think, to talk about the pick at 41. Red eyes in a trench coat. I do want to talk about Jermod McCoy for a little bit, though, and whether he makes it to 41 and what you would do if he made it to 41. Because I think if he makes it to 41, he makes it to 41 because he probably needs surgery. And then can the Bengals afford to use their only premium pick in this draft? I guess you can count the 3rd round pick as a premium pick, but you know what I mean. On a player who isn't going to play this year. And I would say the answer to that question is probably no. Given their approach to this offseason, I would think they're inclined to agree. But maybe not. What do you think, guys?
It's hard to answer fully without having the opinion of whoever their doctor is, right?
But he's made it to 41.
Right. I'm getting to that, right? It's because if he makes it to 41, it means a lot of teams are scared. And that he'll miss his rookie season. But it's not a foregone conclusion. There's going to be some teams that do believe that he could play, and it will put it off and see what it looks like in the future. And if it bothers you, we can get it done in a January, and you'll be back by the time the next season comes back. And if the Bengals felt that way, and a lot of teams didn't have a chance to really take him top 15, right? We're not saying every team has passed on him at that point. It's really the bottom 15 teams that you're like, yeah, they passed on him. So if the Bengals took him, I would say hell of a pick, completely worth the upside.
I would say that, and this is where the subjectivity comes into it because everyone has their own process. The third round is where I typically like if there is a legitimate red flag in this guy's profile, whether it's production, whether it's you're an Orlando Brown athlete, or whether you have this medical issue. That is where I would deem the risk being worth it, especially for someone who, aside from that flag, is a top 15 pick. So I would wait to see if he falls another round. But in the grand scheme of things, a second round pick compared to a third round pick is not, it's more, you can swallow that more than taking a guy in the first that you would take on day 2. So I wouldn't completely criticize the pick, but I would personally wait another round.
Draft guy Jared checking in. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Drafted Thieneman on my shadow team. Is that good? Joe Goodberry's a fan. He was considering it at 13 or whatever.
You did fantastic, Jared. Good job. I got Bane. I'm sure you would have been big on Bane.
The other thing that I wanted to talk about with McCoy is like you can only draft Ramon McCoy in the second round if you think he's playing this year. If you're the Bengals. There's no world in which you can draft Ramon McCoy if he's not playing this year. The way they've approached this offseason.
I agree.
Because they didn't do enough in free agency.
You're adding another player who makes no impact on your team this year? I mean,
they've done that how many times? This is a top 10 talent.
Still.
Yeah, but this year they've signed 2 guys. They traded their first round pick and signed Jonathan Allen.
But that first round pick is going to give you an impact.
I know. Like I'm saying like they are emphasizing immediate impact this year.
Maybe, but it also gives them the flexibility. I think it gives them more reason to take a guy that may not give you a contribution this year because you are guaranteeing a contribution and a plus contribution already at 10. So your first round pick is already giving you that. I'm
not with you on that reasoning.
I think that
I understand it. I just don't know that I think that
If the argument specifically for McCoy is that like he replaces one of Turner or Dax, that argument doesn't hold up to me because if you're not confident that he's going to play this year, like how are you confident in his medical at all for the future? It's a giant risk. So if
you're talking about a guy that will have missed 2 years of development at that point as well, and 2 important years, age 20, 21. So Lions pick announced, I think.
Well, he's talking right now.
Oh. Blake Miller.
Nice.
Wait, what? Oh, really?
Yeah. I actually think that's good. I think Blake Miller was a very good prospect and was pretty underrated.
I will say, I agree. I think that's a good pick. I will like watching him. He looks like the few times I texted you about it, but I am.
That means Sewell's going to left tackle, by the way.
I'm surprised that this is Freeling is after the linemen that have been picked. As he
only had the 1 year, and when you watch, his losses were so bad that the upside you have to. I think these guys that have all gone have been safer O linemen.
But he's all the only left guys tackle. Have gone. I guess Proctor's a left tackle. Proctor's a left tackle. Maybe. That makes sense. But young guy, yeah.
All the young guys were pushed to the top at tackle.
I've unfortunately seen the
Freeling could end up being the best of all of them. But if you need to start them this year, these guys are all better.
I've now also seen, unfortunately, the 19th pick. I got to stop looking. I keep saying that, and I keep looking.
Yeah, I think Blake Miller is a good combo of enough athleticism and being physical. Although I think he can get stronger.
You know who he reminds me of a little bit, though, is Rosengarten.
Oh, that's a nice block. Yeah, he does have a lot of Roger Rosengarten in him. Rosengarten, I think, was 6'7", though, right? He was huge. I think Miller's not.
He was a little more svelte.
Yeah.
At his height.
But that means Penei Sewell won't be the greatest right tackle of all time at this rate. He's going to left tackle.
I think Campbell said something about that a couple weeks
Rosengarten
ago.
was 6'5", 308.
Oh. He was definitely svelter then. He wasn't as tall as I remembered.
I remember thinking he was going to have issues with power. Miller is 6'7", rounding up 317.
I'm all fucked up.
didn't spend a lot of time paying a ton of attention to tackle.
Oh, wow.
Crazy pick. I see people reacting.
The 18th pick is pretty crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it just popped up on my TV. I don't know what the protocol is when I see it on the TV.
If you've seen it on TV, that means that it's on
Caleb TV. Banks is on the TV, and oh my God.
Yeah, that's a crazy one.
Brian Flores 100,000% has the war. Like that was rumored when like they
got rid of
the GM, but
yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
he was gonna have full range on his picks. Oh, that's gonna be the second lowest guy we have graded so far. Scored, I should say.
Are we counting Simpson?
Well, no,
I guess the other guys are all still pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't been bad.
I am personally relieved. I think the Bengals taking a 41 would be a risk too. So this is
a risk.
Nuts to me. To me, it is.
No, I'm agreeing. Yeah.
His flashes though are absolutely incredible. Jaw dropping. I don't know how big guys move as quickly and as fast as he does.
The Eagles have traded up.
It's Dexter Lawrence type movement skills for a big guy. It's absolutely crazy to watch him do that.
The Eagles traded up to 20 with Dallas, which might end my Mekhi Lemon dream.
Dallas and Philly pulling off a trade together.
I'm expecting this to be for Mekhi Lemon because then they trade AJ Brown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be fun.
That would be heartbreaking for me. I would have no one I want to pick.
You know, when the process goes and you kind of like, I don't know how I can pick out the bust from the first round. And then you see Caleb Banks go at that spot and you go, well, I can see how he could bust.
There's no one left for me to pick for my shadow team if Chris Johnson is picked.
You take the top player available. Simple.
And then he's my fourth safety.
You figure it out. He'll play. You can't put one of your safeties in the nickel.
One of them is in the nickel. I have 3 deep at good starting safeties.
Yeah, I'm with you though. Even on the Goodberry page, it's Mekhi Lemon, and then you go down to Thieneman, McCoy, and Chris Johnson. So yeah, all the 1Bs are going to be done.
And my corners are also pretty good. My corners are Gonzalez. I guess Carrington Valentine's not very good, but Gonzalez, DeJean. I guess I could take a corner.
Joe, who are your safeties if you passed up your number 1 player on your board?
Malik Hooker and Nicky Minwari.
I could take a guard. There's not really a guard. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see the Eagles pick here.
Oh, the truth, Hunter Wooler and Tony Adams.
Hunter Wooler was the original Dylan Thieneman.
Yeah, I should have known right then and there that there's going to be a white safety next year that's going to run this thing. He got the 10-point white boost, don't you know? So
we're all looking for the next Kevin Caseharn.
Aren't we all?
So the Cowboys got 2 fourth-round picks and an exchange.
So they give up their 2 fifths in order to get 2 fourths back.
And also they got a 7th round, future 7th round.
Because they don't have a 3rd, right?
Dallas?
Or they don't have a 2nd.
I don't know what Dallas's picks are.
Because the trade for Quinn Williams, they give up the 2nd, right? And next year's 1st. Yeah, Banks has serious potential. People are talking about that. It's just he's been hurt. His foot is hurt now. I mean, he wrote it a letter. Maybe that got him drafted higher, but he continued to hurt his foot. He didn't look like the same player when he was trying to play through injury, like completely not ineffective. And because of it, he's missed a lot of time. It's hurt his production. And guys that big tend to get hurt. It continues to happen. I know we're fearful of small guys a lot, like, oh, he's never going to hold up. No, who also doesn't hold up a lot of times? The overly massive guys don't hold up. It's same size ligaments and bones and stuff inside of you.
Yeah, it's tough. That's why if all it is with Lawrence is an elbow, they can live with that.
Yep. Oh yeah, an elbow with a brace on it, you're fine. Barry Bonds hit fucking 78 home runs with a brace on. Exactly.
Hubbard played for years with his arm in a brace. I'm not on edibles now.
That's right. I did have Philly trading up in round 2 with the Bengals. They could probably squash that. You're right. Good call. Thank you for watching, by the way. Were there other teams? There were a couple other teams, but none in the next 10 picks of the Bengals that had extra 4th-round picks. So it'd have to be a team that is willing to move these things. So the pick is in for the Carolina Panthers as Roger Goodell's walking up right now, and Jake has typed it in. This is the first spot that I thought people thought Thieneman could go.
If the pick is on NFL.com is when I put it in.
Yeah, that's fine. You're good. You're right on the right on track as he's announcing it right now. So all the linemen are going top 20. Fun.
This is just the worst for my shadow team drafting.
Would you have taken Freeland?
I would have.
Yeah. And you're at 22?
And I am certain that the Eagles are going to pick Lemon here. I mean, maybe they don't and they let me get Lemon, but like what the scenario I'm thinking about is that if I was one spot worse at 23, I would have had the Eagles picks and then I would have traded up with the Eagles and then I could just secure.
You guys know who the Eagles are going to pick, and I haven't seen it. They take the fallers every time. They even move up to make sure they get the fallers. It's Jermon McCoy. Wow. Or maybe that is Lemon. Maybe it is Lemon. Lemon
is higher by consensus.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So maybe you're already on it without that. But they do go get who they want and the guys that fall, whether it's Cooper DeJean, whether it's Jalen Carter, right? Like
I've talked myself into the AJ Brown trade scenario. That's why I'm convinced it's Lemon.
Right. So Ekwonu, he's real hurt, huh? For the Panthers? It was late in the year.
No idea.
You don't remember? I thought he got hurt late in the playoffs or right before it.
Ruptured patella tendon in playoffs.
That's what it was, right? That's been like the serious injury right now.
Yeah, there's Lemon.
Are you allowed to trade in the shadow team? If your team, if where you're picking, say you're picking at 18 and that team at 18 does trade back, you can have the options of picking up those picks. Yes.
I'm just totally fucked.
What if your team trades back at 22, Jake, and you take the trade then, right?
Yeah. The Chargers, they're going to stay put. Maybe I'm taking Omar Cooper and crying about it.
Lemon.
Jake, you got to honor the Bengals and just reach for Peter Woods like they were doing to.
That's right.
My D-line is also pretty stacked.
Now, if Woods would have taken, if the Bengals would have taken Woods over Bain and Downs, people would have that would have been it. That would have been it. Viewership would have plummeted. Rory asked, what's a shadow team? And Rory, if you're going to be with us for a few days, we'll be referencing it a bunch. It is a project we've done for many years at this point where you are trying to draft and build a roster over years' time during the draft. So you have a slot you're picking. You're trying to pick and beat NFL teams. You're trying to be better than them. And other people are asking this as well.
I'm trying to figure out how I can rules lawyer myself into picking Mekhi Lemon. But I don't think I can.
So
I'll give up my second round pick so I can do the trade the Eagles did.
If you go to my Twitter page and type in shadow team or shadow draft, it's probably not even that far down if you want to just scroll, but you can see the rules and how it is and what it looks like and if it would interest you. You just go D'Angelo Pons then, Jake. Or TJ Parker. We got high scores on these guys. Like you can take.
I'm thinking about Chris Johnson.
Yeah. I'm hoping Chris Johnson there at 29 for me. I would jump all over it. I would even consider Jermon McCoy if he's there at 29.
Man.
I really needed a receiver.
If not, I'm going Jacob Rodriguez at 29.
I mean, I can't do Omar Cooper, right?
You could. His score is not great, but
the problem with receivers is it's so fucking landing spot dependent.
It is. Right. You get him on the Jets, and you're like, fuck this.
Like he goes to the Browns at 24, and it's just like, okay, fuck.
And that's a good shout, actually.
They're saying Howie's been dropping the Rossini files to bleed Vrabel and the Patriots for more. Okay, guys. All right.
Doesn't Howie like own a media company or some shit? He's got like a lot of money in like media stuff. Does he have his hands in TMZ?
Makai Lemon and his snake eyes killed me during the combine, but he is a very good player.
You're going to regret passing on Concepcion.
Yeah, I agree.
I love the same thing.
I mean, that's the receiver I would pick. Guy? I would pick Concepcion over Omar Cooper.
All right. I'm pretty bad at drafting receiver, so I'll listen to you guys. I'm just going to assume he's going to be there.
I'm stacked at receiver right now.
I have like one decent receiver. Actually, I'm okay.
Here he goes. He's got the snake eyes out again. Yes, Makai Lemon.
I got Jameson Williams and Luther Burden. I actually really need a running back too because Charbonnet's hurt.
Rossini files is wild. And you just gotta that. I don't want to bring it up again. I honestly don't want to talk about it and haven't thought about it too much. But you just wonder what happens behind the scenes that we have no idea.
I think that's pretty rare. Like, that's crazy.
I mean, that level, sure. But maybe just a quick one on a Friday night.
I just can't. There's multiple years of photographic evidence, which is disgusting to me. But yeah.
We have seen coaches at bars.
We have, no doubt.
Urban Meyer as well, staying in Cincinnati with the girl on his lap.
Freddie Kitchens in the Senior Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah. John's like, yeah.
Walked in, like, give me the fucking ribs.
I like what he's having. He's having a good time.
Steelers buddy is pissed because everyone got picked. Good. Fuck him.
Who are they picking here? Are they picking McCoy? No.
Omar Cooper Jr. You know who I don't want them to take? Oh, God.
Oh, I
don't
know
want
who
them
I would
to take Dylan Thieneman.
I know who I would have picked if the Steelers hadn't just picked him.
Oh, they just picked someone you were interested in?
Yeah, somebody I forgot that I really like.
Oh, okay.
And was reminded about
our board. A little bit of a reach, huh?
I mean, we're down to McCoy as the top guy by consensus.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, this is a pick in Pittsburgh, of course.
Diego Pavia. Everyone keeps saying every time a pick comes in.
No, the Rams ruined my hopes for the Steelers going round one quarterback.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That Urban stuff was the game we were at, Jake. In Cincinnati.
I know. Crazy. He really did. Man, what a terrible hire. How do I get on spreadsheet duty?
What do you want to do?
What do you need? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what are you good at?
Seth Walter said Caleb Banks had an 18% chance to go round one.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm already sick of the draft being in Pittsburgh. I don't want to see all this.
Yeah, we've done Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Was it Cleveland last year?
That was a Chase year.
Where was it last year?
Jake's not attempting to look at tipping on the picks. He's looking at the NFL.com.
No, I've accidentally looked at Twitter every time I've seen it is because I've looked at Twitter.
Last year was Green Bay.
Green Bay. That's right. Yeah. I gotta look at Jerome Bettis. Disgrace.
As long as they're not taking Concepcion or Thieneman, I'm fine. Come on, Jerome Bettis.
All right, it's on NFL.com. Max Ahinator.
Oh, all the linemen.
Yeah.
All of them.
I actually think that's a great pick for them. I think he's pretty cool.
He is pretty cool, especially because he has only been playing football for a handful of years.
Yeah.
To have games that he's had is crazy.
So 3 AFC North teams draft 3 offensive linemen after the Bengals trade for Dexter Lawrence.
You're right. You are right, sir.
So I guess I am picking Concepcion, and I'm letting you guys talk me into it.
Don't let us talk you into it. If you like Omar Cooper Jr.,
there's no, not that much. I have Jameson Williams and Luther Burden and Troy Franklin at wide receiver.
You may want a possession guy then. Omar Cooper is more of the possession. Concepcion is the route runner.
Well, it doesn't matter what they really do. It matters what they do in real life.
But sometimes you want to throw Madden on and
I never have Madden.
And play with them a little bit. And if you got a bunch of slot guys, it makes it tough. Like I do. I got a bunch of slot guys. Well, that's the league. I saw the writing coming. I saw that it was going this way.
Caleb Lomu would be another consideration.
Yeah, he's the last lineman, right?
Yeah.
And then that's how they said Besantis and stuff like that. We're going to go high. Yeah, it's probably because the run on lineman. Where was he on? Where was Hanachor on the consensus? Jake, do you have it in front of you?
34, 33, okay. 34, yeah. I feel like the Bengals this year, man. Lemon and Ahinator in 2 straight picks. 2 guys I really liked.
Well, the Bengals this year had all the guys they wanted at their pick, finally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. I am cool with our rivals, division rivals, taking linemen. Just go ahead and take linemen.
Yeah, because I mean, I think it's the biggest deal for Baltimore, but like Pittsburgh and Cleveland, like I don't care. Like it's good for them long term, probably, but
Cleveland. They had no offensive line.
They had to. Yeah,
I know they need it, and like I said, it's good for them in the long term, I think. But like in the short term, this year, I don't care.
And like the Steelers, that means Broderick Jones is a bust, right? Because now you're putting Troy Fatanu at left tackle and keeping Ahinator, or keeping Troy Fatanu at right and developing.
Ahinator might be on the bench this year.
Yeah, he might be a development.
Was there something going wrong with Broderick? Like they don't know if his injury is like going to be severe or not.
Oh, is he hurt?
Yeah, there was something about Broderick Jones.
It is nice having no stress today, isn't it?
I'm stressing about my lack of shadow team options.
Yeah, I could do it.
Yeah, the Athletics' Mike DeFabo says, quote, Broderick's neck injury is much more significant than what the team let on last year.
There you go. So when does Dylan Thiedemann get picked? Dallas? No, they picked Downs. Chicago? Is Thiedemann going to make it to the second round?
I'm trading
Buffalo's got Geno Stone. They're fine.
Yeah.
That's right. And
there goes Mesidor to the Chargers.
Who else did they sign? Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, right? To go in the slot, I think. Buffalo.
Mesidor, 22, Chargers. So Mesidor goes, I guess he's the last edge kind of in that group. Keldrick Falk, though, falling quite a bit too.
The Cowboys pick right here.
Yeah, it could be Cowboys Falk.
Falk could go in round 2.
Bunch of teams that NFL.com has edge needs listed for Bears, Bills, 49ers.
I just think it's cool that the Chargers both have Khalil Mack and Akeem Mesidor from the same recruiting class.
One of my best friends is a big Chargers fan. He just texted me, "Sigh, we drafted your age mate."
Yep. More of these guys that we don't really care. And maybe he's good, but I'm not taking the risk. I think that's part of the thing is sometimes the guys that score low for us means we don't like them. Nah, he's an ass kicker on tape. But the risk of the 25-year-old being good is so slim. I actually pulled from the last 5 years, Jake.
The tape grade's really strong. It's just he's 25.
Yeah. And I pulled all the old 23 plus guys from the last 5 years from all the drafts. It's not great. There's a few, but like you're really playing in a slim bucket if you're doing that.
Which is a conversation we'll have tomorrow about guys like Tredan Stukes and Lee Hunter and I guess Pregnon and to some degree Jacob Rodriguez, I think. Yep. That's one of the reasons that I'm like Rodriguez is the one that is chalk right now in my head, but also he is not like Rodriguez no matter what. There's so many linebackers, especially the way this is going. We'll see if another linebacker gets picked here in the next 6-7 picks, but like there could be plenty of linebackers available in the second round at this point that maybe have different flags or less flags than the age and tackling potential flags if you have them for
you guys want some age-related trivia on Bengals recent drafting and player acquisition? Anyone in Rodriguez. The chat wants some? The oldest rookie the Bengals added, they didn't draft him. The oldest was 26 years old recently. Who was it?
No idea. I assume some quarterback in the 7th round.
They do have an old quarterback that they've added.
You're saying
4.8 on his draft time.
Wait, are we talking about the Bengals specifically?
Bengals specifically. He was undrafted.
Oh.
These are I've got all the Bengals players highlighted, and there's a bunch. I mean, we have Demetrius Knight, that was 24.8 or whatever it was, right? We have Tanner McLaughlin, that was 25.1. We have Jackson Kirkland, undrafted, 24.7. Brad Robbins, 24.6. Eric Gregory, undrafted, 24.6. Sean Clifford was 24.8. Didn't go directly to them, but ended up with them. There was one guy that we have in here that was 26. I almost feel like it's an error. I should double check it, but 26.
Yeah,
I'm looking him up now. I'm letting people guess.
You're saying they didn't draft him? They signed
him?
They
did not draft him. They signed him.
So he's not Marcus Hunt.
See, it's got to be wrong because now I'm looking up on Wikipedia, so I'm going to have to pull this back. See, I don't know. I feel like Wikipedia is wrong on here too. I'll double check.
Well, we can probably start talking about Bengals targets now.
We can for sure. We're in the 20s.
So McCoy still falling. Thieneman still falling. Falk still falling. But we're still talking about what, like 20 players before the Bengals pick?
Mm-hmm.
There's only been one linebacker and one cornerback taken. That's the biggest development to me. And that could definitely change in the next 9 picks. But so far, so good.
I counted 21 players, and the next player is Jacob Rodriguez. So there you go. There's fewer picks than that, I think, though. Bengals pick is 19th. Well, that means they're picking Emmanuel Pregnon.
Bengals are 19 picks away.
So that's what chat says.
We will. The big board for tomorrow is going to be all the content. To be honest, guys, we're going to like reset the board and think about who's there, who's available, who would make sense.
Thieneman and Johnson and Rodriguez and Parker are all guys that I think
Hood
thinking about quite strongly. Oh yeah, Hood. Yeah. And the Bengals are going to be thinking about Woods.
They'd have to.
Yes.
Gabe Akers isn't as high on, it seems like, for the rest of the league as I think, but he would be one of my top realistic targets.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like the Bengals are too keen on Pons, but we'll see.
Doesn't seem like it.
That's a guy I wish they would pick.
Yeah. All the small guys I've gotten bad feedback on whenever I try to fucking talk them up or mock them to them.
Malachi Lawrence to the Dallas Cowboys.
That was projected recently.
Yeah, it was a bad secret.
Yeah.
So they get Downs and Lawrence.
Fun for them.
Pretty nice little combo of first-round defensive players.
He reminds me of, I lost the name. Former Jags. I think he went to the Raiders. Yannick Ngakoue.
Yannick.
He's got the cross chop?
Somewhat. His moves aren't as refined. I just mean his movement skills and his ability to have a little bit of bend, also a little bit of power. But what he does is he hustles for a lot of his sacks. But yeah, I was hoping Jake was going to pull this up. Who's got the cross chops in here?
Cassius Howell, Anthony Lucas, Tyreek Sapp, Joshua Joseph, Reuben Bain, Kieron Crawford, Jason Barham, Malachi Lawrence. There he is. Malachi Lawrence, big swipe guy.
Yeah,
two-handed swipe.
Yep.
Two-handed swipe. Second most prominent two-handed swiper.
Nice to see.
In the class behind Mesidor. Big speed to power guy, big long arm guy.
Yep. He's with a combo of stuff.
Thorne?
Is this who?
Is this Brandon Thorne who put this together?
No, this is James Foster. No Flags film.
Wow.
Yeah, they're showing some videos now of him and clips of him now. He makes a lot of plays through hustle and athleticism.
It's always so interesting to see.
If he could finish better, his production would have been off the charts.
I'm a big Jason Barham guy, I think.
I am too. How often does UCF get a top prospect? Who was the last UCF guy?
Bortles?
Was it Bortles?
In the first round?
No, it was the receiver who went to the Ravens. What's his name?
In the first round?
I think so.
There's Mike Hughes for the Vikings in 2018.
That's right.
There's Brashad Perriman in 2019.
Oh yeah.
Blake Bortles in 14. They've had a bunch of like second round picks. RJ Harvey last year was a second round pick. Richie Grant in 21 was a second round pick. Aaron Robinson was a third round pick that year. Tristan Hill was a second round pick in 2019. Traquan Smith and Jordan Akins were both third round picks in 2018.
We're getting a lot of the green scores lately in the last 10 picks here with Caleb Banks, Monroe Freeling.
Who did I end up picking on the shadow team? Was KC Concepcion. I let these guys talk me into KC Concepcion. I'm bad at drafting receivers, so I need help. So
you like route running and separation?
Who doesn't?
Right.
Mike Stallcamp, thank you for the
Do you believe that the drop propaganda is overblown?
Depends how long it's been happening. If it's 1 year, then yeah. If it's many years, then
he kind of attacks the ball like Chad, where he gets almost so much separation, he turns and looks for the ball with his hands out wide and then has to dive for it. And it's like, what's going on?
That's not very good technique.
I don't know if the quarterback sucks, though, also, because when I'm watching, I'm like, he's open. What is going on here?
Yeah.
Got a lot of Chad in his movement skills. And he can return. He'll be a returner.
You couldn't really talk me into going corner in the second round if the Bengals are interested in picking Jason Barham kind of players in the third round.
Agreed. Right. If you could double it up that way, no doubt. I mean, we're in good business so far with none of the corners going.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's got to be like
one.
I guess who knows? Like, we're starting to drift from consensus. Malachi Lawrence much later like this is a part of the draft. This is where like Tre'Davious Stukes goes if he's going day one.
Yeah. Nobody's taking Stukes over Thieneman though, right?
Buddy. We'll see. Who knows? I have no knowledge about that. I just know that like every time I see people talking about like guy outside of the top 32 going in day one, it's been so much Stukes hype. I guess Malachi Lawrence was the guy. And Ty Simpson. And Ahinator. But Ahinator going in the first round doesn't surprise me at all.
So the chat's asking who's a 26-year-old. It was not correct. I just double checked all the ages. I don't know why he had a number in there that was completely not right.
Who was it?
It was PJ Jules. I was like, look at this PJ Jules, 26. And I looked it up. I'm like, he's not 26. And
he was older.
To the spreadsheet, and I must have copied it and I did it wrong when I went to a new page.
He's 24, 23. He's 24 now, apparently.
He's going to turn 25 in May.
Who's your fear pick at 41? Is it Stu? Sorry, I haven't been looking at chat a little bit. Is Stukes a fear pick? Stukes is a fear pick. Not very high on the board.
Yeah, Stukes is good on tape. Again, he's a 25-year-old, so I'm going to have my issues there. But is he good? Can he play multiple positions? No doubt about it. It means he's not going to be a Pro Bowler is what it means. But
I'm not on board for a second-round pick that's 24
doesn't
and a
have Pro Bowl upside.
Well, no, just the age. Just the age.
Yeah.
I'm just being ageist. Just because of Demetrius Knight, really. Like, I just don't want to do that again.
Your biggest ages for years of jumping in production are 21, 22, 23. After that, you start to level off. And when you start to take guys that are 24, 25, 26, it's really, you're really like, you're not going to see a huge improvement.
Which is
loved
why
Izaraku last year. Someone asked, yes, we loved Izaraku. Oh, Cleveland, Concepcion.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to pick him. Didn't I say that?
I shouldn't have talked him up too much. Yes, you did say that, which is funny.
Yeah, like that's just set the pick on fire immediately. This is actually the one thing I really hate about shadow drafting. Like, you pick a guy.
You're gonna get Arch Manning next year, and then you're good.
No, I'm not. The Browns are gonna fuck that up. You know they are.
They're gonna make Arch Manning terrible. He's gonna be playing like fucking the not good Manning brother.
It would have to be like a Derek Carr situation for him to be bad. Jesus Christ, what are you doing, Cleveland? What the fuck is wrong with you?
It was always O-line wide receiver. Always. Look at those routes.
What is going on? We knew they were taking a receiver.
I didn't know they were taking a receiver.
What? They're rumored to take Tate at the top.
He's a good player. Concepcion is really good.
Not anymore.
And I really like him at the 24 spot. Like, because there was some, he could go 13. And I like him, but 13 felt rich to me. But 24, yeah. I mean, that's exactly where he should have went. And is it right ahead of the Bills? Or no, Bills are 2 picks.
We will be streaming tomorrow night as well. Yeah.
Yep, we'll be here. And making content.
I guess I got to update this thing. So Cleveland ruins my life. Thank you.
79.9 fringe, huh?
So here's Chicago's chance to take right, like Chicago's probably the last team for Thieneman here, unless somebody trades up.
They're happy in the war room. I've never seen a sad war room, but
I like that meme that got shared today, like where they were freaking out in a positive way. And the text was like, some team right after drafting a total bust.
Right.
And then it was like,
Burton.
yeah, Jermaine Burton. Yeah, exactly.
Remember that?
I sure do.
You guys,
let me see if I
you
can
guys
find
remember
the clip.
Jermaine Burton? That was crazy. That was real crazy.
Let me see if I can find the clip because that'd be funny.
I think
Here we
the
go.
Bengals scrubbed it off their social media.
Oh no, it's still here. I got it. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
3 slams.
Zach. Got him. Got him.
Big. Dan Pitcher's stoked too, man. That's not just Zach.
I know.
Dan Pitcher back there shaking his head, stoked as hell. Trey Brown getting the
look at Duke. Just resigned.
He is kind of, isn't he? Like, all right, Zach, we got your guy. It does seem like he's going to Zach to shake his hand like it's Zach's pick, right?
Mike Potts pretty excited about it too.
Yeah.
These fucking fools.
Mike Brown, Katie Blackburn, stoic as hell. Oh, there's the girls in the back corner.
Oh, yeah.
Never noticed that before.
I never did.
We got a Zapruder film this shit now. Who's this guy?
Who is
the
that
orange
guy?
tie here, white shirt. hands in his pockets.
I'd love to sit in the corner in the cuck chair and just watch them do the drafting. And here's like I can't say anything, can't do anything. I just want to watch you guys and kind of chronicle it a little bit.
Here's Paul Jr. here. I don't know who this is though. Must be family sitting right next to Paul Jr.
I can't see.
Stands up, puts his hands in his pockets, and looks from afar. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you have to wear a suit. I agree with the comment there down there, Greg. Yeah, where would you want?
They aren't banks. They aren't bankers, but they are lawyers. I mean,
they are lawyers. I don't think the Rams are wearing suits, right? McVay's not wearing a suit during the draft. They got a beach house. Someone asked, did Hoosh sell them on Burton? I don't think that was the case. They may have reached out and asked Hoosh, but I don't think that was it. I just think they saw what a lot of people saw on tape with Burton, that his upside was crazy. They should have trusted the data. That would have slowed them down a little bit and said, listen, the guy's never produced at a high level. He probably will never produce at a high level in the NFL.
Well, I also think, because at that time, I think a lot of people assumed that T was going to be gone after that year. And I do wonder if that was a decision of replacing T rather than finding a complement like a Jalen McMillan, who was on the board, and we all thought it was going to be the pick there.
He was the next guy. Yeah.
Get the deals done early, receiver. Maybe. I don't know.
They went with the upside there, that they thought this guy could be a number 2.
I needed Concepcion to make it to the 49ers, I think. I think that was probably my only hope.
Yeah, because Chicago wasn't going to. Buffalo would have kind of buried him a little bit on the depth chart.
I guess Kansas City would have been a good spot too.
Yep. Houston should probably be looking for another receiver.
Did Houston trade up Buffalo? I feel like Buffalo moved back a spot or two.
Buffalo's 28. That is, Buffalo did trade back with Houston.
Yep. Jake, you're doing wonderful on the spreadsheet, by the way. Neil's going to be very happy with you.
49ers are attempting to trade pick 27, says Schefter. So,
let's go get it. What would it cost? Someone pull up the trade value chart here. Trade value chart. I got it.
I'll get it. I'll put it on the stream.
No. All right, you get it.
You don't want it on the stream?
No, I do. I was just being an ass. There you go.
So 6, what chart am I on? This is a traditional chart?
Yeah, that's the one I use as well. This page.
So 680 from 490.
Okay.
200 points. You need 190 points. And that would probably cost you
your third and get back a fifth.
Yeah, something like that. Something terrible.
Joe, it's time.
Oh, Thieneman.
Hey, didn't I say that was his last landing spot in the first round? Why are you clapping? He fell.
I don't care where they go. And Eamon Warren fell last year.
Yeah, he did. Oh, you're clapping because it's a good pick. I see. He goes eight picks after consensus.
Consensus was wrong, as we've been saying.
Is he the biggest value? No, Ruben Bain is the biggest value so far by consensus.
Sorry, Jake, I forgot.
No,
I should have.
Caleb Downs.
I should have been nicer to you.
Why? Oh yeah. Look, man, my shadow team is setting picks on fire with wide receiver is par for the course. My biggest hope right now is Luther
I like
Burden.
this one. Would I have traded up? Listen, if I had a guy that scored as the highest and cleanest prospect in a class, yeah, I'd be aggressive. If it's a guy that's
then we should go get Chris Johnson right now.
Yeah, well then maybe. If they went and moved and got Chris Johnson, I would have to tell everyone why it's a great pick because people don't know who he is, but it would be a great pick.
I wonder if Kansas City double dips at corner because they could use another. Kansas City goes Delane and then Johnson. I think they'll probably pick edge, but
I think they were linked to Falk loosely, so that can make sense.
At least I don't have to spell Thiedemann in chat rooms. You did great.
If both safeties went a handful of picks after consensus, could that continue? Could Emmanuel McNeil-Warren be there at 41, Jake?
So, yeah, I think so. Dolphins have traded into this pick or into the 27th pick. So the Dolphins gave up 138. Sorry. The Dolphins gave up 30 and 90 to get 27 and 138. So that would have been very expensive for the Bengals.
That's what we were just
because the Bengals are coming from much further.
Yep.
So, but their third rounder is also earlier. Yeah. So it would have been the same. So Miami is now 27 and San Francisco is now 30.
Give us a spreadsheet when you get back to it, Jake.
Oh, I did. I'm sorry.
You're good. Just reminding you. Look at that score. Scroll up a little bit too. I want to see the last few picks here. Hell yeah.
Mesidor and Simpson, the two picks that the sheet doesn't like. And then to a lesser degree, Banks and Freeling and Ahinachor. But I think Ahinachor's good.
It's reasonable to understand, though. He hasn't had a lot of football,
80, 98, 72 comes out to... Why is that so low?
It's not a straight across score for just those three. The data score is his testing plus his PFF. So his PFF
I thought we were counting the data score as one thing, though.
We are not.
I guess I don't know what the score formula is anymore. I'm out of the loop.
The score formula for O-line doesn't have production in it, so we weight PFF data more. And his PFF score, I don't believe, is very good. Yeah, 46. If you go over...
You guys can...
What, John?
I got a big picture question. You guys concerned about the PFF stuff in terms of how it affects all this?
Yeah. Because I think what I'm worried about is them losing back-end talent that will diminish the data that we get. Keelan Rutledge, 26. Your fantasies of getting Keelan Rutledge in the third round are dashed.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I picked Keelan Rutledge in the third round in mock simulators. Consensus 55 100th for us. In a lot of mock machines, you could get him on day 3 or in round 3.
Jake, can you fix my OCD and make the JG grade and Sans grade just 1 millimeter wider?
Yeah.
Thank you. What? Oh no.
Is that
it's getting worse.
Actually, I'm gonna do it a different way. Be patient.
Okay.
I don't want the column to be bigger.
Thank you.
I actually don't like how big this column is either.
This is essentially the Cole Strange pick, but a little bit better.
Yeah, he's better. You're not taking Cole Strange was a small school, right?
Yeah.
And Rutledge is better. He's kind of a sloppy body, but he moves well with it. And they use him on poles and stuff. You're seeing it right now. He absolutely mauls people on poles. He should be a quality plug and play player. I wonder what his upside is. But when you got a testing like that for an athletic score, sometimes these guys way outplay that stuff.
Wasn't too far off on the first round being done at 7:30. We're going to be done by like 8:15 my time.
Perfect. Great. I'm hungry again, and I've already had 2,700 calories today.
I haven't had dinner. I've had a donut, a piece of pizza, a sandwich. I need protein real bad. I'm going to go make a protein shake.
Right now?
He just gets up and goes. Yes, he is. I have one downstairs, a coffee protein shake, actually. So I should probably get to that. What's new, John? How's life?
Life is good. On that subject, though, like I saw on the Kroger the other day, like there's like a caffeinated milk beverage. It's carbonated. Would you drink that?
Caffeinated milk? Carbonated or caffeinated?
You seem like the target audience for whatever reason. For
okay. Is it carbonated or caffeinated?
I think both. I think it comes in a can. It's milk and it has caffeine.
Is it real milk?
Milk
makes me shit. I'll be honest. I'll just say it. Milk makes me poop. I still love ice cream though.
It's called Spilt
I like cream in
milk.
my coffee.
Spilt with a Y. Protein plus caffeine. And yeah,
I'll do a little oat milk in my cereal.
Definitely a 2% guy at this point in my life.
Oh, we're full.
You know, Jake is a batch for those food picks today. You know it. That's why I'm on all those dates.
Someone said everything makes me poop. This is true too, actually. No, you mean because everything we eat makes you poop? Yes, technically yes, but also yes.
What happened? I was only gone for a minute.
You should see some of my reviews.
Caffeinated, carbonated milk beverage that's also a protein shake.
What?
It's called Spilt milk. It's caffeine with milk.
No, thank you.
I thought Joe would be the target audience, but he dismissed it. So.
No, I'm not in on the milk thing, but the honey oat milk, yeah, I agree. That is good stuff. The honey oat.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more picks. Holy!
And only one corner so far, guys.
One linebacker.
That's what I said.
Only one linebacker was supposed to go, right?
That's what. CJ
Rodriguez is supposed to be at the very end. We'll see.
Yeah, starting now. So I mean,
also I mentioned when the Chiefs traded up for Delane, I said they must see it as the only first round corner. What are the chances of the Bengals picking up Emeka Egbuka at some point?
You mean in the future years?
Like 2%?
Wallace, I'd like to answer this with your $5 super chat, but I don't know how I'm supposed to answer this.
It's a really low chance. I think he'll re-sign.
What could he have been talking about in this draft? Is there a name that we're not?
Is there another one that's similar to that?
You can clarify, of course. AK Wallace. Locked on lactose.
What a wild question to spend $5 on in the chat.
Hey man, we appreciate it. Thank you.
I will take any question you have. I will answer it as honestly as I can. You're throwing $5 at it. I shouldn't advertise that, I guess. Miami's pick
is in. Is it like publicly in or just in? Oh yeah, Goodell's at the podium. Chris Johnson. Too bad.
Is it? Damn, 2 picks away.
Now you can share in my suffering, Joe.
I mean,
you missed on Thiedemann by a few picks. You missed on Johnson by a few picks.
I mean, I will go Jermon McCoy at 29 and not feel bad about it. But I also was really
a risk you can take a little bit more easily on a shadow team than a real.
You can. Yep. Yeah.
I was thinking about it actually.
I also had a big crush on Jacob Rodriguez. Is now my next highest, and I would be all over it. And I could use a linebacker.
Didn't your grade on Rodriguez come way up? Wasn't it originally like in the 70s and now it's an 80?
It was a 79, so it was right. It was a fringe, but we had an incorrect market share adjusted production score on it. As I was trying to keep it up to date as I could, but he was rolling out waves of updates, and so normally we wait to the end and try and get the production stuff in there. So we did see a little bit of fluidity in our scores.
I thought your tape grade started lower on him. I thought you were 77 and then it went up to 80.
No. Sands had a lower tape grade though.
Yeah.
No, my tape grade was a 79 and then an 80. I went back and watched again recently and adjusted it, but no, not on tape.
So TJ Parker, I would expect to go in the next few picks with the edge needs for New England traded up.
With the Bills?
Yeah. New England is on the clock. So Buffalo trades back twice in the first round. Piling up picks.
Yeah, my brother is texting me.
How do I see a team? Chiefs are on the clock here. Picks. Yeah, that's what I'm going to look at their number of picks. Teams. Buffalo. So Buffalo does not have a second round pick.
That's right.
But they got a fourth rounder from New England.
Well, they gave up the picks for DJ Moore. That's why.
They got a third rounder from Houston. They traded back with Houston and with New England, right? Right?
Oh, you'd have to pay $2 more for this.
Can you guys answer my question real quick? Who did Buffalo trade back with?
With Houston
and then New England, right?
Yes.
So they got a third round, the top of the third round from Houston, and also a fifth round from Houston. And from New England, they just got a late fourth. All right. Thank you for the second super chat. You did not need to send another $2, as Joe said, but that's very appreciated. Meant Davison Igbinosun.
Yeah. Ohio State
third round corner target. That's if they don't go corner in the second round and they're looking around and don't feel like they want one of the slot guys in the third round. I would also put this higher than the chances on getting Ibuka.
Yeah, for sure.
Caleb Lomu, the pick to the Patriots. Now I wish I had picked Lomu.
Fun. But also on Igbinosun, tons of penalties. I mean, his penalty rate is absolutely atrocious. Never seen anything like it. And he got a lot better. So is that who he's going to be? Is he going to keep progressing? If it is, he could end up being a quality starter for a team. But at third round is where I would be. I don't know that I'd target him because of his past of being so bad. I felt like he was the guy offenses were picking on. So that kind of scares me. But
he only had 1 year of a lot. I mean, he's had even in his like lesser penalized years, 5 and 6 penalties and 655 and 770 snaps is a lot, but like the 16 penalty year is quite an outlier.
Crazy. Yeah, it's such a crazy thing to see. And
he's had a lot of good pass breakups the last 2 years, really good. 2
he got a lot better
each of the last 2 years. I would take him in the third probably if you really need. Who did I take for my shadow team is Browns wide receiver Casey Concepcion. So no one, essentially.
Do I take the risk on Jermon McCoy here, or do I take Jacob Rodriguez? Those are my two options. McCoy's higher on my board, obviously has the red flag. Rodriguez, I need a linebacker, and I think he's a top linebacker.
I'd take McCoy. I think you could get Rodriguez with your next pick, and if you don't, then there are other options.
You're right on that.
I go McCoy, Parker, or Pons. I'm looking straight up go at the top of our board.
I'm looking at the next corners or next. Yeah, see who I could get later.
I mean, Colton Hood, if he continues to slip.
Right.
But
but I won't get him in the second.
Yeah, the corners are going to get picked over. Unless D'Angelo Pons, because of size. That's your best chance there.
And I would still take him I also have Cooper DeJean in the slot. So I kind of need a boundary guy.
I also have Cooper DeJean, but the shadow team score calculator lets you play him outside. Maybe is a feature that needs to be developed for the shadow team. The Steelers were on the phone with Mekhi Lemon at 21, planning to pick him. Then the Eagles traded up to 20 and took Lemon.
They got Artie Burns again.
Let's go. Where are the Bengals picking Eli Raridan? Peter Woods to the Chiefs, says chat. Please don't tip picks. I read it out loud because I am tired, apparently.
Wow.
Yep. So I'm going
speculating. Maybe it's not Peter Woods. Okay. Maybe he's speculating. I don't know.
I'm going Jermon McCoy. I don't know how to take him in the shadow team because it says we're on pick 30, but clearly I need a little bit of grace here.
So does Buffalo pick Falk? Trade, says chat. Jets are on the clock at 30. So the San Francisco trades out of the first round. Jets for McCoy?
Maybe. Because, yeah, they've been mocked cornerbacks at the top of the second. That makes sense.
Jets for Rodriguez? The Jets have already made 2 picks, right? Sadiq, Bailey. 33 and 179 for 30.
For the Bills again?
No,
Casey.
San Francisco.
San Fran. Sorry, I'm just catching up doing my shadow team pick.
179 is the back of 5, compensatory 5, very, very late 5. This Chiefs fan holding up the pick is in flag. That's funny. Jets for Beck, that would be wild.
Didn't think I'd end up with Ruben Bain and Jermod McCoy, though. I'll be honest.
All right. Peter Woods is, in fact, the pick for Kansas City.
Interesting.
Yeah, McCoy and Bain is a fun duo in the first round.
Yeah, I'm hoping for the best on injury and size, obviously, but the defense is absolutely loaded at this point now.
I feel like Peter Woods is going to be a menace.
He's at least going to be very good against the run, and he's got, because he's so young, he's got plenty of time to become a better pass rusher.
He's going to be behind Chris Jones, too.
Behind Chris Jones, Spags at DC. Although they've been pretty bad at developing on the defensive line.
Karlaftis?
I don't think Karlaftis is good.
Oh, he's good.
I don't think he's good.
The shadow team representing here. Come on.
I think he's okay.
Oh, yeah. He'd be our best defensive end.
He was
Who do the Bengals
like this spot?
The best defensive end?
Yeah, he's better than Boye Mafe.
I am not sure about that off the top of my head. Who did the Bengals pick from the current top 12? We will discuss this quite a bit when pick 32 has been made, and then we're going to wrap up. We'll probably go for about 10 minutes past.
We will get back to this for sure and spend a lot of time. At least we don't have to see if the Bengals would have taken Woods at 41.
Objectively, though, like I think Chiefs had a pretty good round 1. Delane Woods. I don't know about trading up for Delane, but it's 2 pretty decent ads.
2 guys we talked about extensively.
I mean, Delane is such a desperate need. You're hoping he's as good as McDuffie.
Yeah,
I like Woods. I mean, it's kind of like a buy low idea.
Yeah, for sure. Because he could have been a top 12 pick.
Yeah. Like you go, like that's one where if the Bengals pick him, if the Bengals had picked Caleb Woods or Peter Woods, we'd be talking about like, man, just go back 2 years. You know?
Yep.
Very easy to make that comparison.
Hoping for Rodriguez at this point for the Bengals at 41. Colton Hood would be awesome.
Yeah, I'll be surprised, I think, if Seattle stays in the first round, but we'll see.
I have 4 first-round guys left. Jermod McCoy, Jacob Rodriguez, TJ Parker, Colton Hood.
You know what? Maybe the Seahawks pick Colton Hood.
Sure, yeah.
Also, maybe the Seahawks pick Jadarian Price. Omar Cooper to the Jets.
Oh, fun. That was rumored they could have done that at 17.
So I'm glad I didn't pick Omar Cooper, too. Although that's a better situation, I guess, than Cleveland.
They have a bunch of first-round picks next year, too, right?
Yeah.
So they'll be QB shopping next year.
Bengals should trade up for Rodriguez. I do not agree. I'm sorry. I'm not trading up for a linebacker, especially giving up a 4th-round pick.
Unless the cost is just like the late day 3 picks that they have, I'm not trading up for a player like that.
He would have to be Carson Schlesinger as a rookie to make it worth it.
And maybe, but trading up for a 24-year-old linebacker couldn't be me. Drafting him if he's there? Okay.
Yep.
If you're the Bengals, would you trade up to get the impact player or get a replacement level with upside? So those are very, very different things.
Yeah.
Replacement level
is an impact player by sitting where you're at.
And also replacement level is like 5th-round pick, not 2nd-round pick in my head. 4th, 5th-round pick. If those are my options, I'm trading up for the impact player. But I think instead you could just get a good player. I don't know if there is an impact player left, unless you believe in McCoy's medicals. So yeah, I'm not considering trading up.
Pons is an impact player.
Not for the Bengals. To us, sure. Colton Hood, is that a guy that they would consider trading up for? Maybe.
I think they think Colton Hood is a 1st-rounder.
I agree. I don't, and I think they don't think Pons is a 1st-rounder.
Right. So if I was stacking their board, I think they would like TJ Parker. I think they'd like Jacob Rodriguez. I think they'd like
Buffalo trades back again.
Wow.
So the Titans move up a couple of spots, I guess. How about Buffalo trading back 3 times?
Insane. That's what people always talk about when they do these PFF mocks, huh?
So what did they get back is my question. They obviously got 2.
So Tennessee gets a 5th-year option here on what?
Maybe that's Colton Hood.
Who'd they take? 1st round.
Tate. And obviously they're
and they need some defensive players. TJ Parker,
Hood, Falk.
You don't get a 5th-year option on Rodriguez and trade up in the 1st round.
If you could trade up right now, who would you trade up for? I think Hood, and then the other one would be. I mean, clearly the NFL is terrified of Jermon McCoy's knee. I think.
Yep.
So
the spot. I would like to be the one to reap the benefits of him if he's good, but yeah, it becomes a risk-reward factor.
I think he's not playing this year if he's not going in the 1st round. That's the only way he falls. And maybe that's extrapolating too far, but yeah, it could be Falk for Tennessee. This looks like Robert Saleh. Who's their OC? Is Dable. He's not in the picture right now. So this is a Robert Saleh pick.
And the owner's there, right?
Well, he's the head coach. He talks to.
No, I know, but in the previous time, the offensive coordinator is standing right beside him. I think this is a defense. Oh, McNeil Warren?
Yeah.
McNeil Warren, Hood, Parker, Falk. Caden McDonald's still out there too, and he was talking about quite a bit.
They traded away.
They traded away Sweat.
I still think Avion Terrell screams Bengals 2nd-round pick too.
Yes,
and I think he'd be a tremendous fit. But they don't draft slow guys. So at corner lately,
he's not 4.6 though. We know
they have GPS. Surely, do they use it?
Surely.
The big podcast would tell you that the Bengals don't give a shit about GPS data.
Which one's the big podcast?
That was a plural. Like anyone who likes to take shots at the Bengals for being in the Stone Ages.
National podcast.
I would love Kilgore at 41. I would not.
That's a little high.
Yeah, I'd like Kilgore in the third. You could talk me into it. Yeah.
Talk. That's a target for me.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's safety, not slot.
Yeah. Yep. But he could do safety. But he's he could do slot stuff, but he's a safety. Yeah.
Wasn't he pretty bad at the slot stuff?
He was. And that's the only reason he's there in the third round.
31.
Hey.
So they traded up back into the first round for Keldrick Folk, which is honestly a solid pick there.
Yep. Not bad.
So let's see if Seattle sticks.
I love seeing the cascading effect of the pick. Scroll up a little bit, Jake. So let's make Seattle the final spot. Yeah. So we can get an idea.
Yeah, guys, Falk would have been a decent pick in round 2. We don't have to praise the heavens that he's gone.
I think Falk's a very reasonable pick at 31.
I tell you who I'm more scared of than Falk. This guy right here.
Mm-hmm.
I want no part of Zion Young at 41. 0 part.
Because he can't turn?
He can't get off the ball. He needs an invitation to get out of his stance.
He seems slow for what they would look at edge, though, which is why I never really consider him like a main target.
They do tend to like their athletes.
Yeah.
CJ
they have drafted athletes lately. We can't say that anymore, that he's, that they don't draft athletes. They have been drafting athletes. We should assume they will. That's why these other guys are going to be higher than – that's why Brandon Cisse is going to be higher than Avion Terrell.
Yeah. But there's a bunch of athletic corners. Like,
oh, yeah.
If they just want big athletes, then like this group right here is what I keep coming back to.
They want to wait. Yeah.
Actually includes Will Lee too. All these guys are big athletes.
Yeah, but I feel like whenever they need a corner, they don't way past the second.
Price locked. Yeah, I mean they value corner very highly.
Have they ever? What's the last third round corner they've drafted?
Is it Brandon Gee?
Dennis Weathersby? They take them high and then they take depth guys later.
Yeah, like Newton was like a kind of rarity in the 5th. I guess that was Darius Phillips too.
Yep, Darius Phillips in the 5th.
In the Taylor era, they've hardly drafted corner. I mean, there was the 2 second rounders.
Yeah.
And Dax was drafted as a safety.
Right. I said when Newton was drafted too that I wasn't high in it, and he got his ass beat by the Texas receivers at the time, and people were kind of mad. But I was like, man, there was nothing there. He looked slow as hell, Newton, which just makes me think they won't go for another slow guy.
And I think that they very much are going to prioritize corner.
Yep, I do too.
If you had to guess what Terrell's 40 would be, though, would you think it was like a low 4.5?
Yeah, 4.5, 4.51, 4.52.
Yeah.
Which, if they're planning to put him in the slot,
with a better 10-yard split and agility stuff, I thought.
But James is very convinced that they want a guy who can play outside in the event that they don't keep both.
And they should. Every team values both, the boundary guy.
Both corners. I guess Seattle's picking because they're still on the clock.
Wrapping up the first round. We go back to the page with the picks, Jake. Thank you, sir. Trying to represent with the Chase Brown jersey today. Throwback.
That's not icky.
There's no name on the back.
Oh.
Got it at a thrift opportunity with no name. I was like, hell yeah.
Dude, Ponza Knight, the chess player. I get it. I was like, do they play chess? It's not because they play chess. It's because there's a pawn and a knight in chess. Get it, guys? Get it?
Cisse is one of the guys I would be nervous about picking at 41.
Really? Why?
People are bringing him up. He's super young, so I'm hoping that's where the upside is. But I also think a lot of his technique, intensity is extremely inconsistent and needs a lot of work. He is a functionally good tackler, but does not want to tackle. He does not want to get involved. He does not want to take on blocks. And if he has to, he will. And he looks really good when he has to. And I'm like, there you go. What the fuck? But he is extremely inconsistent with his effort and intensity. And I think he just has a bunch of parts that look really good, but he is not a good player right now.
Wow, Tennessee got Buffalo got a crazy trade from Tennessee for that pick.
Did they?
They got the second back, so they moved back a handful of spots, but they also got their early third and early fourth round pick. So Buffalo now picks second in the third round, first in the fourth round, and then also has 2 picks at the back of the fourth round. That's insane.
Wow.
That's like one of the worst draft day trades I think I've ever seen.
That's a lot to go get Falk.
Third and fourth to move up, what, 3 spots?
5th-year option, man, is expensive.
That's wild. Seahawks pick is being announced.
It is.
Maybe one day. I mean, like, is this really right? This Tennessee trade? Buffalo. Oh, okay. So Buffalo sends 31, 69, and 165 for 35, 66, and 101. So they moved from 165 to 101. They moved from 69 to 66 to move back 4. Okay, that makes way more sense. I missed the picks that they lost. No longer one of the worst trades I've ever seen. All right, has this been announced yet or what? No, this guy's
doing it right now.
Yammering into the microphone.
He's a Make-A-Wish guy.
Okay.
Jeez, Jake, just
I'm watching on mute, man. I don't know anything. It just went back to the first round, so I'm assuming the pick is on NFL.com. Jadarian Price.
All right.
Did I say that, or was that only in my head where I said Seattle could pick a running back?
Only in your head, but everyone assumed they would.
Like that's such a Seattle thing to do.
Yeah.
All right. So
we can reset the board.
We don't have a BPA tab anymore, right?
We don't.
Okay. So if I just filter by color, white. Here we go. So we know about Jamal McCoy's knee, but TJ Parker is a target. Jacob Rodriguez is a target. Colton Hood is a target. Gabe Akers is a target. Jake Golday is a target.
That's 6. CJ Allen, I would say, would be the next.
Did I miss him?
No, he's lower on our score. You're going by our score. You can go by consensus rank here.
Do we think Anthony Hill is in play?
Not at this spot, no.
Okay. Pregnon is probably somebody that we should realistically talk about a little bit.
Sort by consensus, Jake, over here. It'll give you.
I don't think I can sort this.
You can hit the button there.
I think no, it was.
You can. I'm telling you, I've done it.
One of these doesn't work then.
This one does. I changed it up. A to Z. There you go.
I mean, all the gray stuff came back. All right.
There we go.
McNeil Warren for sure. Caden McDonald, Avion Terrell, TJ Parker, Colton Hood, Navy Ponds, Allen. Probably should talk about Howell. Probably should talk about Pregnon.
Probably should at least have an eye on Zion and Cisse. Yeah, that's more than 10.
That's 12 guys. And if we eliminate the ones that we don't really want,
and then add Gabe Akers for me,
then we're at 10. I would also put R. Mason Thomas in the list.
We're in good shape.
Golday in the list.
Right, Golday. Stukes,
yeah.
I don't wanna.
Well,
gotta be aware.
So who are they picking Stooks ahead of on this list?
It could be, bro. They picked Demetrius Knight over Tate Rutledge last year.
Pons for sure.
Right. They took Demetrius Knight in round
2.
Yeah,
but there's another safety on this list, and I don't think they're desperate for a safety right now.
They could see him as a slot.
Yeah, because he played
if they're picking a slot guy, they have some why not pick Pons if they're picking a slot guy?
Agreed.
Because Stooks is
also a safety.
Because Stooks is 25. Yeah, you're right.
Bigger. You can play more positions.
Sorry.
That's probably it, right? These guys. I mean, do you think they like Christian Miller? I doubt it at this point.
Not another nose, no.
Young, I think these guys they probably consider. Lee Hunter, I don't think they consider. This is probably this group. McNeil, Warren, Cade McDonald, Avion Terrell, TJ Parker, Colton Hood. I guess we can put Pons in the list. CJ Allen, Cassius Howell, Emmanuel Pregnone, Zion Young, Jacob Rodriguez, Brandon Cisse, R. Mason Thomas, Gabe Akis, Jake Golday. Yeah? Reasonable?
Yeah.
Let's come over here for now. McCoy is just such a wild card because of the red flag, obviously. But do we want to spend any time reordering this for what we think they're going to do? Or do you want to leave it as yours?
I think those three would be in a group of their own. Terrell could be Terrell for them would be over Pons. I think Pons would be lower.
Let me ask a procedural question real quick. Do you want this to be duplicated so it doesn't change the Goodberry board, and we do like a Bengals day 2 board?
Sure. I mean that's a whole episode of content we should be doing tomorrow somewhere.
We could, but I can get it set up here.
Yeah.
Thank you for the super chat, Sneaks Z1. Appreciate it. Get Akis and let's eat quarterbacks.
Let's do that then.
I like eating quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I'm going to reset this real quick before I forget.
In the chat, raise your hand if you ever sacked a quarterback in your life. It's a tremendous feeling. You can understand why these guys absolutely love it and turn into animals.
So where do we think McCoy goes?
It's hard to say. That's why the flag is there. You're supposed to rank them and then almost have a leave. That's why the flag is to be like, hey, don't. At what point does this guy make sense? He'd also be on a sub board more than likely, actually.
Putting it on a blood red color. That's a very, very red flag now.
Yep.
McNeil Warren.
Yeah.
Maybe at the top of this list?
Pee-wee football counts, yeah.
Are we considering level of competition for the second round?
Like, sure. Don't you always? Isn't that always part of the evaluation? Why? Who do you got there?
Just don't know if a Mac guy in the second round is too high for them.
Colors.
Who's the Mac guy? McNeil Warren?
Yeah.
Oh, I think they would like McNeil Warren. Agreed. Normally, they will probably discount him, and they wouldn't have taken him at 20, but would they take him at 41?
What, can I just get rid of these guys that have been picked?
Yeah, if it's his extra board here, do whatever you want. Yeah, I got Brandon Cisse down there in the 2C.
Not where he is for them, I'd reckon. Like, I think for them, he's
over Terrell and Pons. I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get some general groupings first, because so
then you can have the debates, and that's
because I think McDonald is like much lower now,
just out of necessity.
Like, yeah, are they really drafting another nose tackle with what they gave Lawrence and gave up for Lawrence? I'd be pretty surprised. I think CJ Allen is probably higher a little bit. Halsey, I think, would be lower. Anthony Hill is too high too, I think. Maybe not. Of the guys we are considering, who have they met with?
I made a post about this on Twitter. See if I can find it real fast. I did sort it on this on the contact page too by consensus. So I'll give you an idea. But they have met with Jacob Rodriguez, Jermod McCoy, I believe TJ Parker.
They had the coach at the pro day.
Yep. All right, I'm pulling it up too right now. Just Avion Terrell, Caden McDonald, they've met with. TJ Parker, they did. CJ Allen, Cassius Howell, Zion Young, Jacob Rodriguez, if I didn't say that, Manuel Pregnon, Jake Golday, Tredan Stukes.
Oh, where's Stukes? I think they're way lower on Pons.
That's fair.
Yep. Do I like Rodriguez or Allen more? I like Rodriguez more. I think he's more of a complete player. He is older, so he should look more complete. But we're all run-pilled a little bit, and Allen's probably the more physical downhill guy. Better tackler too, Allen is. But Rodriguez is the better athlete by far, more fluid, reads things quicker, faster. It's so much better turning his back and to the ball and gaining depth and coverage and actually doing coverage things. I mean, Rodriguez probably has the most responsibility of any linebacker in this class in coverage. And he makes a lot of plays on the ball because of it, where Allen doesn't have that experience and doesn't look good in coverage. There was a couple games where they gave him a little bit more, but still he is far behind Rodriguez in coverage. Well, could he be there in 2 or 3 years when he's the same age? Sure. Allen could be, but we never got the testing either. And we know that Rodriguez is an elite athlete. He also has a mustache. Both are captains, green dot type guys.
I can't find my own tweet where I've put the links up to the streams. I was going to retweet that we were resetting for day 2. All right.
People asking, why do we think they're so low on Pons? I think the Bengals don't want to have to draft a small guy with a top 50 pick, although they pretty much did with DJ Turner's not the biggest dude. And they took the speed there from a big program.
But he wasn't that short. Like, he wasn't 5'8".
Right.
He's 5'11".
Right. Again, the Bengals are very height, weight rather than length, wingspan. What about Golday? I think they'll like Golday. I think there's a scenario where they take Golday. I think there's a trade down where they take Golday.
I do think that they would take Allen over Golday, though.
I'll get it. Well, Joe can do it too, but I'll change it in a sec.
I think different positions there. So it really depends on what they want at linebacker. I find it harder for me to project what they'll take at linebacker, because conceivably you could take a Sam linebacker like Golday and just say, we like Knight and Carter. They're all going to play. You could also say, you know what? We have a chance to get a green dot wearer, and you're not supposed to be starting 4th round linebackers anyway. And you get CJ Allen and you just bench Barrett Carter, right? And CJ Allen now runs your defense. Same with Jake Rodriguez.
I guess it would be like Allen seems like they would have the higher grade from like the personnel department, and then Golday would be like he fits better with what we need immediately. So there'd be that conflict potentially.
There would be, yeah. And if Al is truthful about really liking Knight and Carter, and he could be, they drafted him. They had high grades on him last year. They could see Golday as a compliment. And I actually think Golday could do a lot more down the line. Cincinnati had him doing a lot of stuff that most colleges probably wouldn't have, and he looked pretty good. Super chat here. Let me get to that. Thank you for the super chat, Nolan Thomas. Could you see Kyle Lewis playing a big nickel role in the NFL, sort of like Nick Eamon-Warry? Yeah, I think that's exactly what he's going to do. I think he's going to do a lot of Kyle Duggar stuff, to be honest with you, where it's almost like a box slot safety linebacker hybrid. And that's what these guys are all doing. That's what the big nickel is. You're going to cover tight ends. You're going to cover some slot receivers, mostly in zone. You're not really going to play man with them. Kyle Lewis can play man. He moves like a very special athlete. And he actually attacks the run and gets through blocks at a decent rate because he did play linebacker. So, yeah, I do think he's going to be a weapon on defense, however you want to label him.
All right, I'm paying attention now. So who do we want to move around here? Do we want to move these linebackers up?
I think Gabe Akis should probably go lower because I just think the league's a little bit lower than what I would be.
Maybe here?
I don't know if he's lower than Howell. I mean, right?
I mean, the Bengals met with Howell.
They did. Much different size there.
Tilting me in that direction. And
remember, we sometimes find out they met with these guys after they're drafted, right?
Yep. Where Stooks goes is one of the very interesting, like behind the linebackers. Does he go ahead of the edge rushers or behind the edge rushers?
I really don't know on that.
I think that he would go ahead just based off of them feeling like they have a need
to throw him in the slot this year and then potentially play him at safety next year. Like, not only do you get immediate return, you get future starter.
I think they really don't want to pick D'Angelo Pons.
So would they pick Pons or McDonald if it came to it, right? We really only have to rank the top 10 here. Don't count McCoy just in case. So give me 11 if you're going to. Okay, I'll do it that way.
So Pregnon would be the last guy here.
Yep, I could see that.
What do we think about Cisse placement compared to the linebackers? I think it might be here.
I think Terrell will be lower for them too.
Than Cisse?
Just because of the speed, and I would love if they took Terrell. I would love for them to take that bet, but at the same time, he did run slow.
Look at the college, man. Look at the college.
That's true.
Clemson, they love him. I mean, honestly, all the Clemson guys worked out worse than what they looked on tape, to be honest with you. Like, I think TJ Parker is going to be a better NFL player. I think Peter Wood's going to be a better NFL player. I think Avion Terrell is going to be a good NFL player. There were other guys too. Blake Miller. I think Blake Miller is going to be a better player.
I actually think maybe this too.
Parker over Rodriguez. I could see it. Premium position.
Actually, also this.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think we'd have to make that decision anyway.
Probably not. Probably not for at least. Probably not for these two. These two probably.
I do like the gap between them here, though. Do you agree? Like those three would probably be the top.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's like this for them. Not like that. Like this for them. Like these guys, and McCoy injury pending, obviously, but like these two guys being above the break.
Yeah.
And then there being a break for Rodriguez. I wouldn't be surprised at all if that's the case for them. But I think like the 2A group would be like maybe these two guys. And then you're in the 2B group.
I think that's awfully light for just your 2A, just to have 2 guys, because I think they'd be just
a bunch of guys
happy.
have been picked from what could have been the 2A group.
That's true.
I've removed everyone that's been picked. I don't know.
That's true.
Like 1, 2, 3. So like 6 of your 2A guys got picked.
Yep, you're right.
And 2A should only be
the guys you'd absolutely take.
Yeah, like that should be like probably 8 players this year. And 6 of them got picked. So maybe there's one more that goes in 2A, and then it's figuring out who that would be. Maybe it's Golday.
Yeah.
But like I feel like Golday is probably a tier behind Rodriguez.
Agreed.
Joe?
Yeah, I think he's a tier behind him. I had him 2 tiers behind originally. So
like Cisse, Terrell, Allen, Stukes could be 2B.
I think Allen would be higher.
Hang on, let's do the super chat real quick because it's a big one.
Oh, geez.
Thanks, KY Wildcats 2275. Question for each of you. If you had to pick one player for the Bengals at 41 right now, who would you choose? Are you asking us to predict it? I assume you're asking us to predict it. So let's
can I take anyone that's available?
Let's say we're predicting it.
Okay.
I'm still going to stick with the chalk because Jacob Rodriguez is so chalk.
It is the most commonly mock player right now.
That's who we picked in our predictive mock. The other, the runner-up though is probably Stukes.
He is currently the runner-up on the mocks.
Really?
He is.
Oh, whoops.
I'm sticking by my mock. I'm just going with Terrell. I think if he's there, they pick him.
That's a good call.
Joe?
I am going to stick with my mock and say Jake Golday. All the guys we projected are still there. And I still think, Rodriguez is going to go to like the Bills at pick 2 here in round 2. So that's going to take him away. I'm trying to think of who would still actually be there.
Yeah.
And at that point, maybe they trade back or maybe they just take their guy. Remember, guys, now we're going to start seeing reaches on day 2. You're going to see guys that were supposed to go in like the 4th round. It's going to push a lot of these guys down. A couple of these guys that we have in our screenshot here will be available in the 4th round. It's just how it goes.
All right, let's try to clean this up a little bit further. All right. Where does 2C start, do we think? How many players go in 2B? 2B is like probably a pretty big group this year.
It usually is.
Probably pretty fair.
Pretty big. Yeah.
Pons might be a 2C for them. McDonald, so maybe McDonald is ahead of Pons. Maybe because I think they like him.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams like him, so it's just nose tackle value here.
And it's depressed because of their investment in nose tackle right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, if I could trade Slayton for a 5th while I'm here and take McDonald.
Yeah, sure. Chris Bella, I don't think they maybe. I don't think they're picking a receiver with this pick.
No. Who's the closest tackle then?
Offensive tackle?
Yeah.
Probably Tiernan.
Yeah.
Yeah, the linemen are flying off the board, man.
Yeah, they all got picked.
DeSantis. I'm glad he didn't go in the round 1 because
the conversation about tackle in round 2 would be like if Ahinachor fell, like one of those guys would have had to have fallen, and they didn't. Lomu, Ahinachor. All right, what else do we need to do here? Do we think Golday should be 2A? Maybe. No,
I don't either.
I think a clear tier break. I think actually, yeah, I agree. I moved Terrell up because of the Clemson thing is really loud in my head right now.
It is. I wonder if they would take CJ Allen over those guys.
Over the corners?
Yeah. Although I do think they would love to address corner.
I think that ideally, they think like if it comes out, if they miss on Rodriguez and like maybe Gold is still ahead of the corners, but it wouldn't surprise me if both of these corners are actually
ahead of Gold Day.
Yeah, just because of the way the corner draft plays out.
Yep. Because we don't have another corner here other than D'Angelo Ponds.
And then you're talking about like, are they even? I mean, we're not doing the threes today, but like, are they even considering Chandler Rivers?
He's probably on the same boat as Ponds, and probably a 3C guy actually. Keith Abney could probably be.
He's also small.
He's
so small. He's
like
so
Turner
small.
Sized.
What? Isn't he smaller? I was looking at him a few times, and then I thought he was.
I guess he's 5'10".
5'9", 5'10". Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I mean it's an inch shorter.
It's basically Turner.
He's an inch and change taller than Ponds.
He's physical.
Ponds is too.
Yeah, you're right. He is. Julian Neal's big. I don't know. We don't have to get a big guy. It's just that I just think they're lower on the smaller guys that have to go on the slot.
Yeah. Thanks, Jojo Jammer. I recognize your name. Thanks for hanging out in the chat. What do we think? Like, do you have any feelings about this group?
Those all feel like fallback options. You know,
Hill as well. Caden McDonald, Halsey. Halsey might be a 2C, maybe not. Hard to say.
It is. 1, 2.
I don't know. This maybe roughly is it. We can talk about it more tomorrow.
The only other guy we don't have a consensus here to give us an. Oh yeah, we do have consensus. Is anyone scroll down to the 3? I could have just been much lower on guys here.
Oh,
Zion Young, right? Guys like Zion Young, Chase Besantis.
Zion Young probably goes somewhere in this group.
Yeah, because I could see them going Young over Cassius Howell. I wouldn't agree, but
I don't think Besantis is going to be that high for them. Young, yeah, I don't know. Like maybe here. Yeah.
Lee Hunter.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think it's only I think Caden McDonald's the only nose tackle that they really consider here. Kadiki Jones with a sharp football tweet. Yeah, the Steelers getting sniped.
nice.
Yeah, anybody else we want to move?
No, I think this looks gives us a rough. We'll sleep on it, and then we'll meet in the morning and build the board. That's what, that's what teams do.
A bunch of people showed up on YouTube because I retweeted that we were talking about the.
Nice.
But we're gonna wrap up here and I'm gonna get to Locked On Bengals pretty soon, and that'll be up, and we'll be talking about what happened at 10 and day 2 and all those things, and then we'll be back tomorrow night for the second and third rounds. We'll have players to talk about. That'll be fun. The Bengals will be actually making picks instead of us just talking about all the other picks that are happening and me getting upset about my shadow team. So looking forward to that. John, what's your plan tomorrow?
Working a little bit more than I did tonight.
Yeah.
I appreciated the night off. I appreciated the invite, guys. Good talking.
Yeah, glad you got to join us here. Locked On Bengals will not be live tonight. Joe did not get drunk.
I did not. I felt drunk, to be honest. Is that the same?
Yep. And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Thanks to everybody who hung out. Thanks to everybody who sent a super chat. Thanks.